Hello and welcome to 5 Footstep. My name is Alec and I will be your DM for this evening. We're going to be playing a D&D Adventures League module together tonight. But before the camera started rolling, I spoke to the players about safety tools that we will be using and implementing throughout this game. Any lines and veils, they've let me know, and when something does, if something comes up, there are X cards on the table so that everyone can let me know. Let's move past this. Before we get to this episode, our Mistborn operatives have begun to find pieces of a greater puzzle, unveiling clue after clue that until now seemed unconnected. Tonight, however, they attempt to solve the mystery and unveil who is behind these magical disasters as we play Syncopated Deneoument, part of the Protectors of the Weed Saga. And I pronounce Deneoument that way because in my school, that's how we were taught, not like the American pronunciation and not the French pronunciation.
And the rest of us just made it up because we didn't know it all.
Lots of questions last week on Inside Chat.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that there was a French pronunciation until Ari said it in front of me, and I'm like, oh, I feel really low class.
When he said it, I'm like, am I supposed to be pronouncing my module name differently?
Now, however you want out.
Yeah. We were Americanized, so Deneoument. Before I get into the thick of the adventure, I would like everyone to just introduce yourselves to the people watching because we will get right into it immediately after. So I'd like to start on this side of the table with Donna.
I'm Donna, and today I'm playing Zina, who is a taller than she was gnome wizard. She's still a foot taller than she used to be, so she's very excited about that. And with Zina, you always see her glitter elemental Puff, you know, mostly just kind of hanging around, following over her shoulder. And sometimes Puff will kind of puff up because she's had a pretty good run with helping these adventurers lately.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Awesome. I'm Brendan. I'm playing Liara Brightleaf. She is a paladin, Oath of the Ancients paladin of Meliki, and she is a satyr. She's got had a little minor glow up since we last saw her. She had to jump up a couple of levels for this adventure, so she's got some shiny new armor, and she's looking forward to it.
Very nice. Next up, we have.
So I'm Mike. I'm going to be playing Braddock again, and Braddock...
He's bald?
No. Within 24 hours, his hair grew back. None the worse for wear, though. Every so often, you'll notice he's like nervously just kind of checking if it's still there. But no, Braddock is very happy to be back, having adventured with Zina and all of them before, and picked up some shiny, useless to him, Feywild Shard beads.
And last but not least...
Hi, I am Joel, and I am playing Romain, your wonderful hobgoblin fighter monk, now with a level of worshipping the Forgotten.
Very interesting. Was not expecting this.
Yes, the clutching of those rainbow prayer beads that now have turned into almost like a devout amulet that he focuses, and now his own little brand of magic.
Right.
So yes, but Romain, otherwise the telekinetic hobgoblin that just likes to get it over and done with.
You did well. You took 10 levels before you took a full caster class.
Correct. So, for those at home, Joel not taking a caster class until level 11 is...
It's growth.
That's an achievement. Like, if my Steam achievement pop up.
So, let's get right into it. Your characters recall the briefing that you had received from your Mistborn liaison, Arrow. The Felmore estate is certain to be tightly guarded and fraught with protection measures of the arcane variety, so it is important to conduct our operations as lawfully as possible. You recall Arrow, the elderly Kenku, warn you with a tone of the utmost seriousness. Remember, great forces are at play here the greater forces are at play here than just a couple of wizards up to no good, as you have all seen throughout these various missions you have undertaken for us. We have enough intelligence implicating a trusted member of Lord Neverwinter's council. Neverember's council. The last thing we want to do is act hasty and have the city turn against us before the truth is uncovered. There are delicate political matters at play here. I know you're adventurers, but please try and keep it as above board as possible.
Murder them before they can let someone
No,
else.
no. Find out what they know. Find out what is the truth. You are then handed dossiers.
And then
They're in more pages, but for the sake of a module handout, you get the one. Feel free to write on it. So as you guys had received
notes.
As you guys had received your dossiers, I will just recap some of the information that the various adventurers had learned throughout the past missions you had undertaken. You had studied the various documents and dossier put together of the arcane incidents that the Mistmen believed to all be connected. The incident in Galesford, a musical curse inflicted by the drag queen Eldritch that had forced its residents to break into song and dance to the point of exhaustion, the source of which was that silver diadem bearing the inscription, "The Song of Nightmares," written in Draconic. In Silvio's Glen, a magical malady that had induced debilitating hallucinations on the people of the Glen, an orcish stronghold displaced several hundred miles from its original location, and experimental arcane mutation, all carried out by the Illitherate Zanzik. In Blue Lake, the abduction and corruption of citizens of Neverwinter into creatures of dragon flesh against their will, perpetrated by someone known only as the Professor. Well, actually, no, you did find out his name was Edgar Thorne, but the Professor. A message left for them implicating a member of Lord Neverember's council working as their co-conspirator. In Dewdrop Hollow, a wild, aberrant creature terrorized Neverwinter Woods, only to have been revealed to be one of your fellow Mistmen operatives, transformed into a monster. The subsequent disappearance of the entire town is also yet unsolved. And in Neverwinter Woods, a powerful arcane artifact known as the Book of Wild Magic that had previously just been discovered by the Mistmen, that had, been suspicious in one way or another. You had somehow found out more about its origins and some other information, though Arrow is still not 100% sure what that was all about, because it sounded like really random, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. Is there anything else your characters who had done those previous adventures want to bring up that might not have been included in the brief? Anything important to your potential mission right now?
No, other than like where every time Arrow's saying wibbly wobbly for that last adventure, remains just like he'll clutch his prayer beads and being this new Chaos Lord, eyes glow, as he's like, I can now magic because it was a god.
Your eyes glow and have this sort of prismatic, iridescent look about them, similar to what the Forgotten had, that strange, chaotic magic look in their eyes.
I do remember that Eldritch mentioned something about that there was more going on than she was willing to admit. It was kind of a little bit of a fourth wall kind of thing. She kind of said that she couldn't give it all away so early. So it did certainly seem that she was kind of working for someone or doing something more than what she was up to.
What is this fourth wall, and where are the first, second, and third?
Well, they kind of all join each other, I find, Otherwise, the place just falls right down.
Yeah, is a wall that stands alone still a wall, or something, just a block? I don't know.
I'll defer to the wizards. Walls that are a single plane standing on its own.
Well, the metaphysics of it is certainly worth thinking about, but I'm a little more intrigued about this professor because from my understanding, I'm pretty sure the professor is Hedwig, right? Is that? Is that not what happened?
No. We had someone had brought this up, and we had vigorously interrogated Hedwig von Goth just to determine she is not, in fact, a double agent of this strange. Look, her disguises sometimes fool even us.
But just to be safe, she's no longer invited to participate in these events.
That's why
she's on leave.
She's on, suspended leave.
Cool. If there's nothing else, I only have the one because I didn't want to make any more props. Someone who wants to have the invitation. And
Go on.
like
You were
the
each
little
handed a
seal and
gilded
everything,
envelope.
very
You can
nice.
break it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, make it.
Never broken a seal.
there's something
Does
inside.
glitter pop
Yeah.
out?
You were each handed a gilded
Ooh.
envelope bearing the badge of Neverwinter. Pretend that's it. Inside was an invitation in your name that granted you access to the inauguration of Gideon Fellmore as the protector of Neverwinter, arcane protector of Neverwinter. The mission was supposed to be one of primarily intelligence gathering. Yes, you all. You want to show it to the camera?
Have you got it?
Very meme worthy.
It is.
Arrow doesn't have very good handwriting, I'm saying.
So wobbly. That's what happens when you do wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
How many claw? They have full.
Yeah, I
feel
think
like
three
it's
and a.
three and like
I've just got to look at
small
actually what we're invited to.
Yeah. Oh, it's not. I didn't write it there.
I just an invitation. Yeah, cool.
This is an invitation.
Yeah. So you're each when you each have one individually, and it is to the inauguration of Gideon Fellmore as the arcane protector of Neverwinter. You know that several of the council of Neverwinter are also going to be present there. Lord Neverember himself, who knows, unknown, to be determined. The mission was supposed to be one of primarily of intelligence gathering and interference to find conclusive evidence to implicate or exonerate. We're not pointing fingers here. Lord Neverember's advisors, and to be on the lookout for any further magical anomalies. This would also be the prime place for something. If something bad were to happen, like half the ruling council of Neverwinter are here, that would be bad. So Arrow's like, look, don't get us kicked out of Neverwinter.
Don't start nothing.
Don't start nothing, but
But
make sure
something
nothing.
starts.
No, try not to let anything start.
So I get the impression it's a little bit suspicious. This guy's like rising to power now after all this is going on.
Look, we're not pointing any fingers here, but it would be very fortuitous for him. But well, that's up to you to find out. Suss out Gideon Fellmore's trustworthiness. You know
With a name like Gideon.
what?
So, okay, question. Remain is not from Neverwinter, so only a recent recruit since joining the Mistmen. Has there always been an arcane protector, or is this a new
This
role?
is a new role.
Okay, so
Oh.
this is a newly
right.
created
Role.
council position that.
He was previously on the council as well. He has been given a new position.
So we had like an orgs chart of, you know, never end of the top, the council.
Council.
This is kind of a
Think
sub.
yes, in a way. Well, it's sort of like putting another title underneath, but this title has certain responsibilities that have to do with arcane protection.
Okay.
So it's like when you're on a cabinet, like when you're on like a what is it in politics? It's like when you put on a
Oh, well, you're a minister of.
yeah, something.
Yeah.
You're now double dutying as
Right.
minister
Yeah.
of two things.
I'm assuming as well there'd be access, and I'm deferring to my wizard colleagues here. I'm assuming there would be some sort of extra access to magical resources that the city has.
Probably.
You'd have to think there'd be perks of the job or something that he'd be privy to now.
Well, that's for you all to find out.
Do the wizards know anything about his background in magic? Like, is he does he have magical power?
Is he a wizard? Is he?
I think you would all know he is a wizard.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I don't know. But yeah, Xena knows.
Does anyone here like does anyone like frequent either Neverwinter or like surrounding city states that would probably give you some sort of information on like the politics of your neighbor or something like that?
Silvery Moon's not too far, is it? That's where.
It's very far.
It's quite far.
Okay, I've got my geography all wrong. That's where Xena spent most of her time.
That's okay.
Yeah, she probably doesn't know.
You know what? I feel like
there would be
you
enough.
read a lot of stories, don't you, Zena?
Oh, Xena reads a lot of stories.
Please make me a history check.
Yeah. She just reads a lot of all the things.
Yeah.
20, 20, 20, 20, What's that? 22.
22.
20
What
something?
are tabloids about politicians, if not a kind of like fictitious story, larger than life story? You, with your 22, would know that Gideon Fellmore. It's not like he came out of nowhere. He
Yeah.
has been a long-standing sort of like politician within, Neverwinter's sort of like political sphere.
Okay.
Comes from a wizarding family, and also that, yeah, like this, like it doesn't. There's nothing about him. Like you've heard of him, but he, kept his nose fairly clean.
Yeah, right.
Not one of the more particularly scandalous.
Yeah, okay.
He's held the role for long enough, well as there have been lots of changes in other positions. So on the surface, it seems like
They're pretty well regarded, it sounds
yeah,
like.
he seems like a decent
good.
guy.
If a new role was to open up,
Yeah.
he has the skills, he has,
Yeah.
he's been there, he's well regarded. Why not? elevate?
Why not?
Yeah. He hasn't come out of nowhere.
Okay.
You had spent a lot of time, like, going through your dossier, trying to find out, like, any additional information, sharing your information, and you knew that this was supposed to be a quiet, sort of like low-key mission, but as any seasoned adventurer knows, things don't always go according to plan.
And we do need to get nice robes.
Yes.
We'll think of that later, shall we? If this were a movie, this would be suddenly like a montage of like very, very quick like things happening so much that you would have to like pause to see anything. But the next you open your eyes, you press your hands to a surface in front of you, and your suspicions are immediately confirmed. A mirror, or at least a glass surface. The frame of a mirror surrounds you, and it stands between you and the dark abyss behind you, and in front of you, what looks like a hallway in the Fellmore estate. You know this is the Fellmore estate. How you know? Put a pin on it. But this is the Fellmore estate, and realization dawns on you that yours is not the only mirror that you seem to be stuck in. Within the hallway, dozens and dozens of mirrors of various shapes, sizes, line the hall, and you see on a couple the faces of your friends also like. What? Where? What?
Yeah, what?
Okay,
Where?
where am I?
And you said there was an abyss behind us. If we
Yes,
look behind
a
us, it's
black
just black.
void. Just
Wow.
like there is no floor, there is no ceiling.
We're
there
just
is-
in a mirror.
Yeah, you are just
So we
in a
are
mirror.
trapped in our own mirror universe.
As you ponder the existential meaning of where you are stuck in right now, you hear a voice go, well, it looks like our party crashers have finally come to. Staring at you while wearing a wicked grin on her excessively painted but impeccably beaten face is your jailer. You meddlers may have bested Mother Dearest, but it takes more than that to upstage the ingenue. A young drag queen is stood sort of like, strutting in front of the mirrors, looking at all of you very like proud of, pleased with herself that all of you are sort of like trapped. Yeah, what do you do?
How did I get myself in this situation again?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, you can hear each other, like,
Oh.
like you're in the mirror, but
It's
it's
like tap, tap, tap.
hey,
Hello?
don't touch that. I mean, not like you can break it or anything. It's
Y'all are
mighty
in here
powerful.
too? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes,
Now,
you can all hear each other.
Like, so you said we can see out into the
Hallway,
hallway, so
yes.
I could probably see Zinner and,
Yes. Yeah.
you said the other party goers or like other people?
No. She called you the party crashers.
Okay. So is there other mirrors with other people outside of the party that I can
What
see?
you can see? No. Like
Oh, okay. It's
bunch
just
of
the four
Oh,
of us.
so
Right.
just
Yeah,
the
I thought
four
you
of
said
you.
there were more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to call out, and I'm just going to say, we're not party crashers. We have invitations.
Yeah, I then wait.
I'd like to see her.
Do any of us have our invitation on
like,
us?
you do have your invitations. It's
Oh,
like,
okay.
look, don't get smart with me, she says. I know
Can't
what
help
you're
it.
here for. You're here to mess with my dragon daddy's plans, and I ain't gonna let you do anything about that. I ain't gonna let you.
Who's this dragon daddy?
Dragon Daddy?
Yes, my dragon daddy. He trusted me with the important job of jailing all of you. You've not heard of my daddy?
Tell us more.
Why should I?
Normally I hear of drag queens' mothers, but you know.
Oh, my mother was a well, she is no longer with us, bless her old decrepit soul. And she looks at you, and there's a sort of hint of like she's feigning like, oh dear mother dearest, but like she's like kind of happy about it, and like she looks at you like,
I think I can see the resemblance. I think I'm piecing it together.
there is no resemblance. If you would like, especially because like she's doing all this talking, you guys can make me like an insight check if you'd like, just to sort of like. She's quite happy to talk. None of you have asked her name, but.
Well, did our friends describe Eldritch to us? Yeah.
Yes,
So
'cause
I just made that
I've seen
assumption.
Eldritch.
you've seen Eldritch. So is this Eldritch or is this
No,
someone
Oh,
related?
it's not?
No, it's
this
not.
is not Eldritch.
Maybe a,
Oh,
maybe
okay,
a
Xena just
compatriot or
assumed it.
something, but
Yeah, right.
not quite the same. I think the outfit's different.
So
Okay.
Not as sing-songy.
so this drag queen is much younger,
Yeah, right.
not as sharp, kind of ditzy, looks nothing like Eldritch.
Okay, I didn't ask her name because I made an
So
assumption.
they're only similar in that they're drag queens.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I got an 18 insight check.
I got a 25.
Very nice.
I'm using brand new dice this week.
Hey, 2 1s, but that makes it 11.
Technically.
That makes it a 19.
Very nice. And Braddock?
3.
Fair.
I think Braddock's just like, what is going on?
What?
Like,
I've never met this person.
How did I get myself into this?
Braddock's just like, for the rest of you, this drag queen, very haughty, much younger. When she talks about like, it's very obvious now that you're kind of like, oh. When she talks about like mother dearest, her mother, like she means Eldritch.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
And like whenever she says whenever she talks about Eldritch, there's very much like a chip on her shoulder,
Yeah.
kind of like she called herself the ingenue,
Mom also trapped me in the mirror, so I feel like I should piece this together.
yes.
Wait, so is Dragon Daddy literal or figurative?
I'm thinking
So-
figurative, like literal, but for her figurative.
Okay.
The dragon part and the daddy part, maybe.
Which
two
is
different-
literal, which is
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
it's like-
there is a dragon that is potentially behind part of the thing behind all of this.
Is it a dragon or
Yeah.
a drag?
In
That's clever.
drag dragon. But the other thing is as well, you knew Eldritch. This was in the dossier probably, or at least you shared. Eldritch was a warlock, so it makes sense that her daughter, protege, whatever, is also a warlock, and ergo, Dragon Daddy probably warlock patron.
I don't recall Al mentioning a dragon, but that would kind of make sense, I suppose.
No, just stop talking. Your voice is great, and if I have to spend all this time watching you while the plans go whatever the way they're going, I'd rather not hear you have to listen to you blathering on. You're all really boring, and you call those outfits suitable for an inauguration?
We were about to go shopping.
I looked down. I assume we didn't get into our finest.
No, so you are dressed the way you would have dressed to the
Okay.
party.
And I just said we should go shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got new armor for this and everything. I just put like a bit of a leafy cloak on there, and I think it looks pretty nice.
I was going to get a new robe.
Well, Braddock has his cloak of many fashions that in the last module he transformed it into robes of the Archmagi. But
Wow,
I'm going to do robes of the Archmagi blinged out plus. Like this is robes of the Archmagi gold.
Gold.
It's got like knuckle dusters with like weave or something across the.
Is that enough letters?
Yeah, like I mean, I guess if you need the thumb too, it'd be like magic weave or
No,
something.
it's one of those rings where there's like a tack on
There's
onto
an
the
extra
letter.
little one.
Something in that vein, sure.
Yeah.
So she just, she's like, sit tight. It'll all be over soon. I'm going to do my one job and make sure you all stay out of their hair.
No, I'm not afraid of this anymore. And she's gonna take the thing out and try and bash through the mirror.
Smash me in there.
It's one nail.
Oh, Lord in heaven. She covers her ears and like, you can try and break it as much as you want, but these mirrors are made of some very, very powerful magic, and you ain't getting out. Now, Liara, this is not the first time you've been trapped in a mirror.
No.
Do you remember how you got out of the last one?
I believe I technically failed the save.
Oh, right!
Yeah,
You were the one person.
Yeah, I was the one person that failed the save, and I was frightened for a little while, and so I kind of got thrown out of it. So I didn't actually break out of it in that
Sure.
regard. But I feel like I kind of learnt from it.
Yeah.
Um,
So, at least in Eldritch's mirrors, the way out of the mirrors, or at least one of the ways out of the mirrors, was facing your fears. Very like metaphorical, kind of like whatever. And you take your, is it a hammer or is it a
yeah, it's like a
axe?
maul.
Maul, right?
yeah.
You take your huge maul and you strike it, and it does not even crack. You feel like this is, and she said as much. It's made of powerful magic, and you can tell, obviously not her own. That this feels like something that is more arcane rather than like a physical barrier. Because you realize as well, when you're looking across, like the mirrors aren't full-sized mirrors. Like the mirrors you see each other in are like small or of various sizes. So this is probably not a very this is not like literally a door that you're trapped in or anything like that.
Well, Zena will attempt to dispel the magic in front of her.
Okay.
Assuming, choose a magical effect within range.
Yeah.
She said it was a very powerful magic.
Yeah.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
A wisdom saving throw.
Yes, and for the purposes of your aura, you are not within 5 feet.
Okay.
Or 10 feet. Is it 10 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet. You are not within 10 feet of.
Oh yeah.
Nat 20.
Very, very nice. You try to dispel the mirror, and for a second, the entire thing around you like disappears, and you are in a grand hall. It only happens for a split second. You are in a grand hall, and people are scattered, just like fallen over, slumped in their chairs. It was obviously, you recognize this as the party, the inauguration party. But as like you see that for like a couple of seconds, then a sharp jolt in your head starts sort of like making you cry out in pain, and suddenly you are back in the mirror, and the drag queen goes, "What was that? What did you do? What did you do?" She says.
I blinked.
No, Daddy, everything is fine. She says, like talking to no one. So, like she's just like looking off in the distance. Right. It's like everything's fine. No, they're all still here. Stop it! Don't get me in trouble. She says.
Let us out then.
No. Why would I do that?
Whilst Zita is obviously distracting her, I turn around. So you said it's just a black void. I'm assuming we were standing on something. Does like where we're standing look to go into a void of nothing?
It is all void. Like it is
It's
all
just-
void. You don't know how you're standing. You don't know
Right.
where anything is. You don't know if you take one step you're going to fall into the like. There's nothing here.
So I basically turn my back to the mirror and I will take a step
Forward.
forward into the void.
You start walking towards the void. Why is the mirror still right behind you?
I've learned some new tricks since the last time I was trapped in this mirror. I can also cast a spell magic, but Liara is also now, as of immediately after leveling up from the last time being stuck in the mirror, now immune to being frightened. So I feel like she's kind of like mastered a little bit of like that fear that she had when she was last trapped, and will try to again like push out of this. And she's like, no, I'm not doing this again, and she will just kind of push forward, cast a spell magic, and try to also break free.
Sure. Can you make me that wisdom saving?
Wisdom save. All right. Is this a spell?
No.
Okay. So I don't have advantage because it is a spell effect, not a spell. But wisdom save, you said?
Yes, wisdom save.
All
Please.
right. Plus 8. It's a 10.
Nothing happens.
Not very wise.
Nothing happens. Also, I don't know, like, however you flavor spell slots in meta, neither of them were used.
Oh, right. Okay. I flavour them by colouring them in on my sheet.
It took me a while to understand. Sorry, I'll return this.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
So I can see these two have tried casting Dispel Magic. Doesn't seem to have had any discernible effect as
Yes.
yet. Do I know about this, like, face your fears thing?
Yeah, it would have been in the, like,
It's in the dossier?
if Liara wouldn't have
Yeah,
articulated,
I had pretty
someone would have said.
first-hand knowledge of
Yeah.
it. So.
I'd forgotten.
So, Braddock's going to...
I'd forgotten that my friends told me about it. Zena play tested. So I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Braddock's going to take a moment to, like, center himself, and is going to try and do the quote-unquote face your fears test.
Sure. Make me a wisdom save, please.
All right. I'm a gnome. I get the gnome cunning advantage against magic. Would that count for this or no?
Sure, I will allow.
Thank you. 11.
You do the face your fears test, and you feel like you're about to, like, you put your hand against it, and you feel it push for a moment. You are almost free, but, like, doubt creeps in, and suddenly you are unable to push through.
Been there.
The rest of you might have seen that, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't remember what the face your fears test was.
no, it's just not, like,
It's basically...
You just have to think about the things that scare you.
Things start to play in your mind, and you start to kind of focus on that and try to overcome that.
Yeah, that's right.
So, what remains' biggest fear is being touched.
Yeah.
Hence why he has so many telekinetic abilities
Yeah.
to brush things away. So, literally, black tentacles literally
Yeah.
going around
Yeah.
is his greatest fear.
interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to thrust fall into the void?
Well, trust fall into the void, but like as I kind of push back, I want to touch the inside of the mirror, push back, and using the mirror as a focus.
Yeah.
Cast Sanctuary.
Interesting. All right.
As I then trust fall into.
How trusting is that? I'm kidding. How
You know, just
trusting
with a
is
little
it
bit of
if
a
you
safety
try to
net?
worry yourself? I liked it, but I will make you use disadvantage because of you cast Sanctuary.
That's fine. Well,
I believe
let's
in
see
you.
if the dice want to do better. Well, there's
Oh
that
my
one.
god.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that will be a 5.
Right. Like, you realize the drag queen has been watching you and going like, you're all so stupid. How do you think you're gonna get out of here like that? Oh,
All right,
it's
Zena,
funny
Zena
watching you
goes,
try.
I actually sometimes don't know what I'm talking about. It's her biggest fear.
Yeah,
Um,
admitting.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, that other people, and I do get advantage for being a gnome as well.
Yeah.
13 plus a 6 is 19.
Very nice. As you say that, like, you know, I feel like it's the sort of like you weren't expecting like you were expecting more give. Then when you exclaim it out loud, you just sort of like tumble out, full sized. And can you put your mini into the hallway of mirrors, please?
Does Puff go with her?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you pop her over there rather than me?
Puff just grabs onto you. And
Yeah.
it's like,
I was hoping the Puff came with her as well.
the drag queen none of you've asked her name, so I can't call her.
I was going to,
It's
but
fine.
yeah.
It's too late now.
Yeah,
You'll
it was
never
too
know her name.
Yeah.
She sort of like steps back and goes, "Get back in there before Daddy hears."
No!
I'm gonna.
Face your fears. Face your fears.
I will allow one attempt each. Describe how you face your fears.
So I think
again.
Liara's like, hey, I kicked your mama's ass. I'm going to kick your ass too. And she will try and shoulder through.
Yeah.
And
I will give you advantage for the thematic thing of like, I can't be afraid anymore.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
actually having an ability that now makes you immune.
fantastic. Well, that's good because one of those was, oh no, that's a 7. It was almost a nat 1.
Okay.
But actually it's 26.
Very nice. You also just like, shoulder check your way out. Please put your mini into the hallway as well.
All right. So I'm going to do 2 things.
Shave your head. Sorry, I can't.
Keep going back to the well on this.
Sorry. Watching the stream and Ari just going in on it kind of just like stuck in my head.
Touches his hair nervously. As a bonus action, he is going to deactivate the glamour on the Cloak of Many Fashions, restoring it to its normal state, which is a plain-looking grey cloak. And taking off that artifice, he is going to look directly in the mirror and raise up his eye patch,
Oh.
revealing the magical wound that he sustained while training as a wizard, showing that he tried to grasp onto power that was too much for him to handle, tying into the whole overarching theme of the thing. So,
Roll with advantage?
yeah, I thought I might get advantage for that. I had it already, but
And like,
I'd forgotten about it.
13.
That's because you don't wear an eye patch. I'm kidding. I could have lent you mine just to like dramatically rip it off.
13.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Tier 3. You try and we'll get back to you. It's like narratively we'll say you're like halfway there. Like there's something holding you back.
I was really going for the lowered DC for good role playing, but we'll get to that.
advantage. Romain.
Well, the casting sanctuary, even
Yeah.
though,
That did take a
Yeah.
spell slot, but
at this point, I'm assuming his fears are starting to get the better of him, and he's just seeing not only the darkness, tentacles, things,
yeah.
hands, and he's just going to close his eyes and just give up, in a sense of
Oh,
let it
interesting.
consume him.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. All right, I'll allow the advantage.
Go with the gold dice. Let's see if this wants to work. Well, it's not terrible. Wisdom is 16.
You truly trust. Like it is a sincere, non-tethered, non-protected trust fall. And as you trust fall, you're expecting yourself to fall. But when you open your eyes, you are now outside in the hallway of mirrors as well.
Throw me down with the.
We will get back to you in a second, Braddock. But so Braddock, you're still trying, and now she's like you guys have just like appeared and have kind of surrounded her, and she goes, "I'm warning you, I don't want to have to kick your asses, but I will if you don't get back in the mirror," she says.
I don't think that's going to happen, dude.
Get back in the mirror!
I'll give you one chance to let him out.
No!
Let him out right now. Come on. Time's ticking.
Make me an intimidation check.
Can I assist by doing the nails on one of
Okay,
the mirrors?
sure.
Oh, that's a good help.
You have
All right,
advantage from
fantastic.
Romain.
All right. That is a 19.
19. All right. No one tell Daddy. And she looks at you like very spitefully and just like grabs you out. And you get yanked out of the mirror and into the hallway as well. And she says, "You know what? It's good that you're all here. Now I'm going to actually kick your..." And then she disappears.
What's your name? What's your name?
Can you remove her from the hallway? She has now left you in the hallway.
I'm
All right.
assuming Daddy
What's the
found
hallway look
out.
like?
It is a hallway that is just like it is an unremarkable, like it is an, like unremarkable, otherwise unremarkable hallway, but it's dotted with mirrors.
But are there exits
There
at
are
either
two.
end?
You see in the hallway turns around, like there are
Okay.
two wings that go
Okay.
on either side. Left, right. Which
Yep.
way you want to go?
Well, that was unpleasant.
Oh, let's go right.
Um,
Go that end.
Your right or my right?
That
Like,
end.
this
That
is-
side.
So,
I heard adventurers go left.
well, you're bucking the trend. It's a mirror world, isn't it? What's the opposite of what's left in a mirror?
That's a real good point.
Yeah, we can go either way.
That just came out of the
We can-
other
I
somewhere.
don't really mind.
if we're still
so-
in there, we'll
I just make a decision sometimes.
So Zena makes a decision, and you turn as you're walking down the side. You walk down the hallway, and I assume you're leading because you made the decision.
Yeah.
You start walking, and you kind of stop because you see, turning the hallway, you see the backsides of your friends, and you look
Okay,
back,
so I
there's-
turn around and I see them ahead of me
Yes.
with me ahead of me.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God, I hate miracles.
It's an Ouroboros.
Yeah, my
What's
my
that
head.
called?
Ouroboros, a snake eating its own tail.
Oh,
Like
It
you
is-
know, the
Oh, yeah,
stairs
right.
that go up that
Yep.
go up. That
It's
you
just an
come- yeah,
infinite. It's just an infinite hallway. Now, however, as mentioned, various other mirrors. Can I get you guys to make me perception checks, please?
Yes.
This is literally my one
Can the
character.
camera get
that's
that?
not-
Can the camera see?
Oh, no,
Camera
Joel.
cannot see, but I feel like even with new dice, I am cursed, and I can't blame the spot either.
No,
so,
no, because I got 2 1s and an
I
11
knew you
plus
didn't
1.
get to play with Vic and Von, but I feel
Yeah,
like you're the
Siobhan's free. It's
you're-
not the spot that's
You're the
cursed.
complimentary Hanlon for the.
Because I've had 2 nat 20s already. See.
Yeah,
I think the difference might be you might be like a siphon.
Yeah.
Whereas the two, they're just unlucky. You are the siphon of the bad luck here.
16.
16, sorry, what,
12.
12, 16,
8.
9.
9.
With an outline.
All right. You guys are looking around like there's nothing, like most of them are blank. They're actually just mirrors, nothing there. Liara, you see 2 mirrors that are of particular note to you. One is a small mirror tucked in the corner. Where, although difficult to make out, you can see a small dingy room with a figure strapped onto some sort of table. And another larger mirror with a dark lacquered frame shows a large stone mezzanine that overlooks a dark dungeon. There is a dim light from down below that sort of just like gives off like the appearance of like there's a crowd of people there as well. Zena,
The other thing I should do is I should tell my friends what I saw momentarily. But I'll tell that while we're walking.
Yeah.
Just so you all know it.
yeah,
Yeah, Zina.
Zena,
Well, I was distracted to not see anything.
you see one mirror where there looks like to just be an open door inside of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. If she tries to
No, it's
open
like
the door.
it's in a it's like it's,
Oh, it's in a mirror.
it's in the mirror.
It's in a mirror with an open door inside it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you share the mirrors.
I think I'm starting to work out this mirror thing. I found a couple of like rooms in here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go in there.
The concern is, are we going to get stuck in there and trouble getting out?
Well, we're kind of stuck in here right now, so I don't know if that's better or worse.
We can send Puff in.
Yeah.
So one thing you do notice, however, is because you pointed out to each other, like here's that big mezzanine, here's that small room, and you're like, here's the door, and the other's looking like, there's no door there.
Oh.
Like they just see a blank mirror.
Oh.
You're the only one who sees the door.
So you're the only one that sees the door, but we can all see the other 2 rooms?
Yes, everyone can see the other 2 rooms.
Interesting.
Well, Zena will send Puff into the mirror that's the door in just to see what happens.
You send Puff through. Puff is unable to go through the mirror.
Okay. I was wondering about that.
Okay.
Yep.
Which really shouldn't be surprising because mirrors are usually solid.
Yeah.
We should try it.
That's a
I think a
very
good point.
there.
That's a good
Except for
point.
the ones that we just fell out.
That's true. Some
Yeah.
Did we fall out or did we just get out of them?
Yeah.
Got out.
Yeah.
In various ways. You just appeared on the other side.
Maybe we can get into one of these other ones.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it.
Do you want the dingy room or the guy strapped to a table?
Guy strapped to a
strapped to
table.
a
Seems like the more interesting one.
Alrighty. So,
Love that we're in green.
as you guys see the small room, guy strapped to a table, you put your hand on the you're just like trying to figure out can I, and whoop, you slip right through.
Hey!
As you go through. Can you please remove that one,
This one?
there? Yes.
Ah.
Can you please put this man on the table?
All right, let's try it.
Okay.
Come here.
Lying down? Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't
That
it?
would make.
All right.
Yeah.
Then.
Are we, so, yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
You can put yourselves in that room as well.
I mean, from that end.
By the stairs. Yeah. That's all.
Thanks, Brandon.
Cool. This small room feels almost like a cellar. The floor and walls are made of stone, and there are no windows or any other doors other than the mirror you came through.
Yeah, she can just come with me.
There is a familiar acidic smell that the two of you in particular are very familiar with.
The dragon flesh
Yes.
monstrosity.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
Is there a
a
cauldron
few-
in here too?
Sorry?
Is there a cauldron hanging
Yes.
above here too? Oh,
Yes, there is a small cauldron that is sort of hung over the strapped down person on the table with a feeder tube that is now just slack. Let me just describe the rest of the room. A few sconces emit a dim glow so that there's just enough light for you guys to make out what's going on here. It seems like a hastily put together version of the laboratory you guys had come across in the sewers. But obviously the most interesting thing on the center operating table lays heavily strapped down onto the table and held down with just what looks like maybe mundane restraints is a very academic looking man who is very out of it right now. And he's sort of just groaning and what have you. The room contains a single vat, much like the various vats here, and there is only a work work desk on the corner. That's all there is in this room. As you guys pass through, the figure on the table stirs and goes, "Is someone there? Help me, please. I'm a prisoner here. Please help me. My name is Edgar Thorne. I'm
I
an
was about
academic.
to ask that.
I'm very I'm a very important person. Please let me out of here.
The professor.
Yes, please help me." And before you do anything, I think this is a good time to call a break.
Wow, this guy said his name right away.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, because we're really shit at asking.
I was about to ask if he looked like what we knew Edgar Thorne to be. So.
Welcome to 5 or 8, a brand new 6-part series exploring the wonderful world of board games. Each week I'll offer recommendations, we'll check out some great events and venues around Melbourne, and I'll chat to some fascinating folk over a game. Join us soon.
I keep not being able to read Ulitharid.
Oh, that word too. Yeah.
All right, so we are back. Edgar Thorne strapped on the table.
Well, hey there, I heard your name from somewhere.
You've heard of me, esteemed inventor, Edgar Thorne, the professor.
That wasn't how it was explained to me, but sure, yeah, something like that. How did you get yourself into this mess?
Look, there's no time to explain. That madman has locked me in here, and you need to get me out. I am going to
Which madman?
transform. He looks around. He's strapped to the table still. He looks around, and he tells you, Gideon Felmore.
Aha.
Now you said you're going to transform. Does that I feel like that is actually against what I would want to unlock you for? Like,
If you unlock me, I know how to create an antidote. Please, unlock me. Let me out.
So unlock you so you can create an antidote and not transform.
Yes.
Will there be enough time?
Um,
Or is my question slowly whittling away?
look,
this time?
look at me. I know the signs of transformation.
Signs of corruption.
they said it. They said it. Everyone. Well done.
Okay, back up. Let's go. He goes. Look, it is a very rare affliction. He says. First, scales start to grow in your skin,
This
and
is true. We saw scales, lots of scales on them. It's almost like
do you say this out loud?
Yes, I'm told to the party members
Yeah.
that weren't
there.
Yeah. He suddenly stops talking.
What
And
was the
goes-
name of that guy? Victor or something, right? The dude that, that
yes,
guy.
there's
Anyway,
His name was
he-
Victor.
He cuts through your chatter suddenly. And, anyway, if you let me go, point is the transformation not happening yet. If you let me go, I can create an antidote. I'm a very I'm very well studied in the arcane, especially in transmutation. I would be able to put a stop to this, please.
I'm gonna call his bluff, and can I? Do I trust like what he's saying at all? Could I?
Make me an insight check,
All right,
please.
thank you. 16.
16. With a 16, you think that he is deathly afraid of this transform. Like he is actually like afraid of transforming, right? But at the same time, you think he's definitely keeping something from you. And he was very like you. In retrospect, noticed he went quiet when you started talking about what you've seen, and is trying to very easily clearly steer the conversation elsewhere.
Yes.
Can I? All right. Can I do something dramatic?
What is the
Go for it.
I'm gonna activate my winged boots.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna fly up to the vat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tip it a little bit. I'm gonna
So
say,
unfortunately, the vat is empty right now.
oh, okay.
But so let me describe it once
Does
more.
he know?
He
that?
might not know that.
Let me describe it once more. It's a small. It's not a huge one, right? It's a much smaller one, and there is a feeding tube that is attached, that sort of ends roughly like where his head is, as if he had previously been force-fed the thing
Yeah.
that was.
I was gonna like threaten him with it, but I'll just
Actually,
be like
you know what? Maybe he doesn't know. Make me a deception or a performance or something.
something or something.
What is the something?
The something is a 13 minus 1 deception, 12.
You go, I'm just gonna tip, like you threaten to tip it over, and he goes, no, that doesn't matter. Even if I ingest more of it, the transformation's already started.
Right.
Just let me out, please.
Okay,
please.
Zina's like, does a spellcasty thing and says, I strongly suggest you tell us exactly what's going on here because my friends told me about a professor who was transforming creatures against their will.
With your name. I just add for good effect.
Yeah.
It's a real
you're
company.
casting suggestion. You're
Yeah,
actually
I haven't
casting
cast
suggestion.
suggestion for a while, so let me just find the description. Was that 4?
It feels 2. Yeah.
Oh, it's way back there.
It's way back. All the
Way back there in the bits of paper. Oh, I concentrate on it too. That's good for me.
Wisdom save?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
16, I think. All the bits of paper. 16.
He rolled 16 on the dice.
Ah.
He adds nothing really to that.
Okay, on a failed save, no, on a successful save, nothing happens. I look at him really intimidatingly while I do it.
I shouldn't have told you the result, but anyway.
I feel like we're in a position of power here.
Yeah.
He says-
you want to get out, you got to tell us what's going
He
on.
says, look, all right, it's true. My immense knowledge was used for ill, and I created the very thing that is causing me,
While he's talking, I want to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
That's one of those big spells, isn't it? I
yeah.
got that one.
There's no save for, is there? There's a save for
There is a
isn't
save, I believe. It is a Charisma save 17.
17 on the
Ah, come on, bud.
No.
Just say he passed. It's less painful.
Yeah.
Nah, this
all
is
good.
fun for me.
All right, she's trying her best.
He says that look, I was just trying to pursue scientific inquiry, and Gideon made me do all of this, and he betrayed me. I didn't once I realized what he wanted to do with these people, these monsters. I wanted no part of it. I tried to flee, but he found me, and he locked me in here. And
What is it he wanted to do
Trying
with
to
these
turn
monsters?
you into a monster.
yes, because he wants an army, of course, a docile, pliant, mindless army.
What's he going to do with that army?
I don't know, whatever politicians want.
Army things.
Power things. Look,
is
when he
logical.
controls the magic within Neverwinter, it would sure be helpful for very powerful, non-wizardy but still vaguely magical things to be out and about, don't you think?
You say controls the magic? What's he going to do to control the magic?
Red tape. You know, he has. Look, I don't know what politicians do. I'm an
I'm just
academic.
imagining someone going to cast Fireball and then like,
Filling in a requisition
comes out
form.
and just like
Excuse me,
wraps
sir.
red tape around
No.
their fingers.
You're going to have to fill out
It's
this
like
form.
A counterspell. Red tape. And that's the next character I do.
I have a question.
Yes.
We've chit-chatted and dilly-dallied a bit. Does his symptoms appear to be getting worse?
No.
Okay. I just turn to the group and I just say, all right, we have the information we need. Perhaps we should leave
Wait.
him here for a bit.
No. I can tell you how to get out of here, he says.
Okay. Go
As you, it looks like you're turning to leave.
huh?
Let me go, and I will tell you.
Can I insight check it?
Yeah, go
All right. 13.
13. He's 50-50 on it.
In this room, though, is there anything else? I know, like, there's digital vats and things on the side, but like nothing else that stands out as a screaming.
You said there was a desk.
There's a
in the
desk,
corner.
yes.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just a desk.
Romain will probably walk over to the desk
Yep.
and just kind of whilst we're talking, just kind of peruse around,
Sure. Make me an investigation check. I will describe what's on the desk, and the investigation check will yield more results. The only table in the room is the little desk. There are various notes and what have you. It's a 7, but it's not a 1.
Oh, is it?
+2
The visual cousin of the wolf.
is a
Well, from here, like,
I can add an extra 3 if I think that's a fail.
I don't think you think this is a pass. So you just find various.
So let's make it a 12. I'll use one of my Fey gift things.
Okay. Unfortunately, 12 is not enough. But I mean, okay, so 12 is
Fortunately.
not enough to really find anything other than what you see. It's just notes. Like, it's all jibber jabber, magic-y notes, nonsense, and what have you. Like, I don't know, it just looks like crap.
Just more of that magic crap over there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
oh,
mind.
magic crap.
Magic.
Magic crap. Zena comes over and looks at paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I won't make the wizards roll it, but if you two approach, you see that there are these are detailed notes about the whole process, like the thing. These are his notes. Among them is his journal as well, which is not a spell book per se, but would be the equivalent of like a spell book. So as you are flipping through it to try and sort of like figure out what's going on. Within it, you find a little key.
Oh,
It is a magical mystery key. You found my key. Good. Now, please let me look.
I'm still like looking through notes. I'm like, there's a key? Where?
it's in Zina's pocket now.
You also know that these notes are really, really advanced. Like you are smart enough wizards to know like this is high int stuff, and this is not your specialty. So
Yeah, okay.
like
Take some time to decipher
But
it.
let's at least take them so nobody else ever finds them.
Yeah, we don't need.
And then we can decide if we destroy
recreated.
them, which we probably should.
All right. Well, we've come to the decision point.
Yeah.
Do we let this guy go,
No.
or we just leave?
No.
Okay.
No.
We have the key. We shall acquit ourselves of this place, and good luck to him.
I feel like if he's going to transform, he might put a lot of people in danger. So he's probably safer down here.
Yeah, he's in a locked room.
We'll get him out later.
Quite frankly, he is the one that has created the monsters, caused countless people to die and transform
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we couldn't say before, and we don't know how complicit he was in that originally.
Yeah, anybody can
Looks
say
like
that they
he's
were.
not
We
now.
can send someone
but-
down later and pick him out.
Yeah.
Isn't my friend dead because of him?
yes, yes.
Oh my God!
Yes.
All right.
Your friend
That was
is.
the hook you
Fuck
got.
this guy. No.
Yeah,
he's-
yeah.
no.
No, we're out. We just leave him.
No, please, don't leave. I can tell you how to get out of here. Do you even know where you are right now? Where we are?
The Gideon estate.
Fools, you don't even know, he says. Fine. Try and get out of this. He'll get to you before you can escape. Doesn't matter, he says very grumpily.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
We've lived by our wits before.
yeah.
I reckon we can work it out.
I've done timey-wimey stuff. This is few mirrors.
So
You
it doesn't
say-
look
you
like there's
say
any other
timey-wimey
obvious,
stuff.
Like,
Sorry?
it doesn't look like there's any other obvious exit apart from how we
Just a
came
mirror.
in, right?
Just a mirror.
The stairs don't go anywhere, right? I'm not.
No, that shouldn't be stairs actually. But
Oh, okay. Sorry. I put more stuff in the room than was
yeah.
strictly necessary.
So you're like, yeah, I've done with timey-wimey stuff, and you hear like something leans on you and goes, I don't think this is timey-wimey, honestly. You look to your side.
What? And it certainly wasn't one of the gnomes leaning on your
Yeah,
shoulder.
like-
You look to your side, and for a split second, you think you see a familiar face, but you can't. Like it's like in your periphery. It strikes you as familiar. The face strikes you as familiar, but you don't. Like when you turn, there's no one there, and you can't grasp onto whatever it was you saw.
And did the rest of us
No.
hear it? No.
No.
Oh.
We just see you go, what?
What? Huh? What do you
Very
mean?
familiar voice.
As in another party member that I've adventured with, or
Someone you've not another part you've mentioned. Make me a. What would you like as a memory check?
oh God, jeez. I don't know. I'm assuming just-
Acrobatics.
Charisma.
No, absolutely no. I'd say an int check of some sort, or even just an int.
Sure.
Straight,
Unarmed strike
Intelligence.
against my
Straight in.
straight in. Well, you know, I don't have anything to history, so. I'm going to use a lucky because I
Sure, yeah.
remember that I have it.
You have
so.
Oh my God.
He didn't, did he?
He did.
Good.
Oh boy.
Why, my God?
Unlucky for some.
Yeah, well, let's just go with a 3 for that.
It's bothering you to all
Yeah.
hell that you can't figure.
I
this
think
out.
that the timey-wiminess of it is thrown me.
Make me a wisdom save as well.
Oh, a wisdom save.
Oh boy. You are. If you're within 10 feet of me, you would have +5.
Well, that will make it a 10.
Why does that laugh sound French? Like the stereotypical mustache.
Not so wise after all.
So you leave him strapped to this table. Yeah, let's go. You're back in the hallway. There's that other mirror. You check. Still see the door. Still the only one who can see the door.
Okay, I'm going to put my hand on that mirror because Puff couldn't go through,
Yeah.
but I'll like touch it.
We're like, why? Why? There's nothing there.
I can see a door through there.
Can you?
Oh, really? Wow.
You had told, had Cinna
I probably
Yes,
told us
Zena
that-
had told you.
Okay,
because
I'm
you guys
like,
had-
oh, that
I just
one.
tell you everything.
Um,
Yeah, because I also sent Puff through. You
Yeah,
remember.
oh, there you go.
Well, tried to.
Tried to send
Yeah.
Puff through.
I would allow the rest of you at this point to make me a wisdom save.
Okay, is everyone close to me?
Yeah, we're probably all bunched up,
But not
looking
Zena.
over Zinna's
not
shoulders.
Yeah, okay.
Once again, is this a magical effect of some
No.
kind? Just straight
Just
wisdom.
straight.
Okay.
Boy, isn't that one for a 9?
9.
So there's 5 plus 4 plus 5,
Yeah.
14.
14.
Now I can add another plus 3 if I think it has failed. If I have not succeeded.
I'm not saying nothing. I ain't saying
I
nothing.
mean, you
So
know
I
what
can
kind
turn a
of saves
14
are in
into a
tier
17, but I have to fail in order to do that.
Actually, I forgot something I wrote here.
We all pass.
You see the door.
I'm like, I'm
you saw
spinning
it-
and
you
spinning,
saw
and
it
then
even-
I'm like,
even
You see the
then?
door. Yeah, without.
wait.
15.
15. You also see the door.
We all see the door?
No.
Except for
No.
Liara can't see the door.
What are you talking about?
I see it now. It's clear as day, right there. Don't you?
I just see my own face.
Well, clearly there are perhaps things that are obscuring some of our vision, but I assure you the door is there and we will get inside.
Perhaps we should. Perhaps we need to visit the dingy dungeon. That's
spooky room?
Yeah, the spooky room.
Spooky room.
Give you
Spooky
more
room.
of a.
Spooky room.
You know,
Maybe I'll be able to see it once I go in the spooky room.
Spooky room. This one is a larger mirror, so all of you can actually just even walk at the same time if you go through. And you guys walk through the mirror
Shoulder
to
to shoulder,
spooky room.
striding through.
The scary
Yeah.
one.
Oh!
oh,
Can you please put in the center?
Looks like some kind of dormitory or barracks.
So Brandon didn't have tents, so just imagine.
Oh, tents, okay.
I only had like a couple of tents, and it seemed weird. So
That's okay. So it's not obvious on this thing because hard for the camera as well. But you guys are on a mezzanine. Like the mirror opens into a mezzanine of like 10 feet by 20 or something, and then stairs that go down. So because the light is coming from down here, you have a better view of down there than whoever's down there has a view of you. The dungeon echoes with uneasy murmurs as the figures below huddle around a bonfire. There's a bonfire in the center. Imagine it. You hear-
imagination, get out of here.
What?
Using imagination, come on. What are we here for?
we have all of these dice and minis and setups, all you know.
But you hear various murmurs and whispers. We must be patient, a woman's voice urges. Trust in the path, and we shall triumph. This voice is familiar to
Zena?
Zena. Is it the three, like two of you?
We did monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters, yes.
Yeah, the cult lady.
Yes. But how much longer? Another voice calls. Someone in the crowd shouts, and more follow. We are not rats. Our home is lost forever. You have led us to ruin. The various shouts and calls. Trust the plan, she insists firmly. Our time will come if we stay united. I will see our queen returned, she says. The makeshift bedding and belongings highlight the prolonged, uncomfortable stay of the people here. You realize these are the people of
Dewdrop Hollow.
Dewdrop Hollow.
Y'all, I've seen her before. That's Priestess Lyria. And
Oh, yeah, good memory.
These people from Dewdrop Hollow, they
assume
all
it's all
they all
whisper.
they all disappeared when we went back to the town.
Yeah.
What are they doing
Yes, I
here
remember
then?
reading that report.
Yeah.
They just vanished.
Well, I mean, they were all there when we left the town, but then we went back and they were gone, and we just found that like there was like a note, and they just all picked up and left.
Save for the bonfire. The dungeon is dark and like very ramshackle. It looks like they are not living in great conditions right now. The lower level is buzzing with raucous chatter. There are those who are loudly arguing with her, but even amongst those sort of like in the periphery, they seem uneasy, unhappy. You hear chatters of the words Morag, Old Ones, Transformation. All sorts of all these words that just echo here. They have not made out that you guys have entered. Seems like they're not expecting anyone.
Does it look like it is all of them against her, or does it look like she's got supporters?
It looks like there are many who are. There are a few who are very loudly against her. The others feel subdued. Perhaps they're afraid. But she does have perhaps one or two supporters.
Okay.
Like a couple who are like clearly standing next to her, like. Listen to the priestess. She knows.
Okay.
Like we have followed her this far. So on and so forth. What do you guys want to do?
Does it, like, basically on the fact that they said we've followed her so far and come here, it kind of seems like they've come here willingly. Which,
Well, I mean, the fact that they're here means that they must have been involved with.
It was a couple of days' journey.
Everything that's going on. I mean, maybe she knows something about what all that was about with the.
why would you come here though? Like, people here, even according to Edgar, that, you know, Gideon's turning people into monsters. Clearly, if I was Gideon, these people down here would be next in line to be turned into monsters. Like, why would you?
Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't know that. I don't know.
That face is amazing. Like realization.
Realization, and also just like, should we just go like talk to them?
don't
Just
know.
kind of observing the.
I mean, me and her, we're kind of old friends. I mean, we met once and we shared a drink together. So, you know,
Perhaps you should
I
take
could
the
talk
lead.
to her.
Did you drink the mead?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right, you did, and I had and Zena had a big swig.
So far, I haven't had any strange.
I glittered. You didn't. I went all glittery.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anything happened to me, or as far as I'm aware.
You guys are deciding to approach. Maybe you start going down.
Yeah.
Remember the glitter?
I remember the glitter. Yeah.
You start shimmering.
I had a
suddenly.
nightmare about it.
Start
Look!
glittering.
Look!
And suddenly, like Ilaria has a reaction, touches touches a satchel or pocket she has, and then turns in another direction to look at all of you, and she goes, "You."
Hey, girl.
I wasn't expecting.
I'm sorry, Alec. I had to do it. Yeah, it's us. Long time no see. Well, I mean, you weren't there when we came back, but I thought we'd, drop in and say hi.
She steals her face, like trying not to, like. I feel like who has a high passive insight?
Nope.
No.
Anyone? No? Anyone?
I don't think so.
I don't think we're the wisest pod.
Oh wait, yes.
You're probably
18.
the wisest.
Yes.
You're
Oh, I've got a 14.
Cleric, something.
You
Non-clarify. Yeah, I
you see that she's clearly like she's shocked. She's clearly trying to hide it, but she is shocked and giving off an air of control. I have full control of the situation. Everything is okay. And
She wasn't expecting.
yeah, she says, yes, I quite frankly didn't expect to see you again. How are you?
Yeah, well, this isn't just such a pleasant surprise. I mean, it kind of seems like we're both stuck down here. So, how'd y'all get here?
When you say you think you're stuck down here, a couple of the villagers who you might not have spoken to, but remember you, with your high.
The horns are hard to forget.
Yeah. With your high insight as well, you see that even the rest of the villagers, like the rest of the villagers, don't have as nice a poker face as her, like a strong poker face. They're like there's a flash of fear, worry, with regards to like, oh, we've seen you. Oh,
Like, look, Zena's not putting up with this shit.
yeah.
Zena, is going to walk down and go, look what you did to me. I am still not sure what I'm transforming into.
Upon you saying that, the rest of the villagers go. You see, the rest of the villagers go, them too, and like you see some people also like have that reaction, And one of the angry ones steps forward and says, "That's right, you, like us, have fallen victim to Ilaria's tricks." She says, "She will turn us all into monsters at this rate." And her eyes cut to that person and goes, "Hush now. This is all a part of the plan."
What plan is that?
And what are you turning everyone into? I just call from up top.
Who's come down? Just you?
Yeah, oh, Xena definitely.
I mean, we're definitely because I went to talk to her.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But you guys, I mean, up to you if you want to come with and join us.
I'm gonna stay up there.
Okay.
It's more funny that way.
She says that this is not what you are turning into is heirs to the legacy of our queen. She says, trying to sort of it's very much a thing that's supposed to stir like devotion and fervor among the people, and some people are kind of like, "Oh, yes, a queen," but this doesn't work for everyone, obviously. And she says she lies. We all saw what happened to Delilah Applegate. We would become mindless, just like her.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty. She didn't end up real good. I'm afraid. So is that going to happen to all of us? I mean, I drank it too, but I feel fine.
You see, she those of you with higher passive perception notice she tries to play it cool, but her hand sort of grips the pouch, on her side, the same one she had kind of touched before, looking up towards you. And she says that.
I remember
Can
that
I
Joel has
add-
a invisible mage hand.
But, well, I'm going to just clutch the prayer beads and I will point at Zinna.
Yeah.
Casting message.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Whisper.
Okay.
Whispering message and she's
Yeah.
clutching a satchel.
Okay. Joel. Joel. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh. Oh God! Why is it? What's with the low rolls?
And you're not in
10?
the aura.
No, I'm not in the aura.
Because you chose not to
I
come
chose
down.
not to come down. 10.
When you send that message, your head hurts a bit.
But do I get the message though?
You get the message.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? For funds, because you were on the other end of that message, make me that wisdom saving throw as well.
And it was against magic, so I can do it advantage because I'm a gnome.
No, it's not magic.
Not magic in this case.
But
Okay.
you are.
I got in that one.
You do have my
got the
+5,
aura.
But I don't think that one's
Still
going to
probably
help.
not going to save it.
Nah.
All right.
Oh, +5, 7 and 12. But hang on, it's a nat 1, so it's a failure.
No, skills don't.
It's a save.
Oh, save, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's not.
Either way.
Not
Well,
great.
but I had a +6. And
Yeah.
you had a 5, so that's
Yeah,
11
it's
and
a
12.
12.
But yeah. Anyway, no, it's a fail.
Higher
The
than
DC
me.
probably wasn't 12.
Yeah. No.
This is tier 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. So you send that message. She's got something in her pouch. You know that. You heard that.
Okay, I heard it, but
You heard it. And she says, "You will be fine. You only had a bit of it, didn't you?"
Well, I mean,
Besides, you are
it was
not-
a pretty big sip, but I mean, I think the only thing it feels different. I mean, like my tail's a little longer. I think. I mean, the thing I don't get really is like if this all is about your mama or whoever, why are you doing this with Felmore up there?
Gideon Felmore is a means to an end, she says. I have no loyalty to him, she says. And I suspect he is planning to betray all of us as soon as he can, but I do not
we
fear
just came
him.
from another room where a guy that worked with him got locked up. So, I don't reckon the rest of you are probably going to fare real well either, but...
Murmurs and fear, fear starts. What are we doing? It becomes very apparent to you. They want to this is a power struggle here.
Yeah.
And someone turns to you all and says, we didn't do this to you. She did. This was all her doing. Help us depose of her. Help us
She
depose
doesn't
of
even go here.
Waiting for that.
So I'm going to tell Puff to go blow in her face.
Yeah.
Blow glitter in her face. And if that succeeds, I'm going to try to get that pouch off.
Sure.
Off of her.
What does she need to roll?
She needs to roll a dex save, please.
Dex save. That's a nat 1.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, because the DC
Yay.
is really low. So
Yeah.
she's blinded for a minute, and I go for the pouch.
You grab the pouch.
Yeah.
And as you do so, the others take a moment to sort of just like restrain her as well. Like you grab, like this sets off a chain reaction of people just like, grabbing her by the arms. The two who were sort of like in, like on her side or something like that are overwhelmed, outnumbered. They're also held back by the others, and the people go. We will find our own way now. We don't have to listen to you. You don't know. You don't speak to her. They say, the various people say to her, and they turn to you and say, we have this handled.
Seems like the people have spoken.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, they say,
Democracy at work.
they say, we do not know how long we can hold her, but this is, while we hold her here, we can only hope that we can hold her when we awake as well.
Awake? What do you mean by that?
And they go, oh, you are unaware. This is a dream.
Oh.
What?
Make me your wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
With advantage.
With advantage. All right. Come on. I got to roll a good wisdom saving throw at some point in time. Curse my -1 wisdom. That is a +8, so 21.
Very nice.
Oh, nice.
21, and suddenly it's like you, because you also tried to, cast, we dispel magic earlier,
Yeah.
right? You realize that feeling you had when you cast it felt kind of like waking up for a second, like, when you're half asleep and kind of like stirring awake. And they say, we know not of Gideon Felmore's machinations, only that he has many allies here, Illyria included. But this is all, we are trapped in some sort of, we are within a dream of his creation at this moment.
I think we need to pinch ourselves. I think we got to wake up.
I think we should get out of here, though, back into the hallway.
All right.
Yeah, it's a retreat back into the.
Well,
way
you
of
got this
mirrors.
handled.
Yeah.
Illyria says, wait, like as you guys are trying to leave, like she tries to call to you and says, wait, you are making a mistake.
Oh, we always make them.
Wouldn't be the first time.
She says, if you help me, I will help me and I shall help you.
Why does that sound really familiar? Oh, because the professor in the other room said the exact same thing.
Look, it's how things work, that's...
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah. Question though, who's your queen?
They are like everyone is hesitant to
They're like,
answer this.
I'm like,
Do y'all have a dragon daddy
so
too?
maybe that mirror.
They look at you confused. No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone can make a religion check if you like.
Yes, please.
Sure.
Religion.
Might as well.
10.
Yeah.
17,
17.
14. I can't
Oh,
say
now
that.
I roll good. 15 plus 2, so
Yeah, nice.
17.
17 and
14.
17.
All right, this side of the table. So this side of, okay, actually, anyone above a 12 knows the Old Ones were an ancient race of lizard folk closest approximation, who reigned, who reigned over, the world, but have since become long extinct. 15 and above. Morag, the name you heard them whisper, was the queen of the Old Ones who had reigned at a time when several natural and magical cataclysms had wiped out the Old Ones off the face of the world. No one got an 18?
No.
17.
That's what you know. Yeah.
Right. Sensorials.
Morag.
It's very obvious to you that even though, everyone's pointing at Ilaria, they're all kind of like actually followers of, Morag and the old ones.
Cultists.
So the other thing, just starting to piece this together. We always said the professor, and when we played the adventure, like they weren't quite turning into monsters. They weren't quite turning into dragons. Is it possible that they're trying to turn them into old ones?
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
good deduction. I should have thought of that.
Well, then piece that together with the
Well,
collective brain.
let's leave them to
All right.
their.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Leave the rabble.
She can,
All right,
she can as much as
bye.
she wants say, but wait.
You're making a mistake. Unhand me. She tries to she makes
What
one
was in
last,
that pouch?
She makes one last go for
Yeah.
the pouch, but obviously it's
I
held
won't.
back.
I will look at it once we're out.
Yeah. Once you are out, within the pouch is a fragment of a strange stone, highly magical. I will give you the word source stone fragment, but that you can also tell it's like I have no idea what exactly this is.
Yeah, right.
This is above my pay grade, even at tier 3.
It's a real nice shiny rock you got there.
Even after lots of study at school.
Yeah,
Would identify be of any assistance here?
it would, but I don't really know much about it.
Okay, we can look at it. We're back in.
File it for later.
We can take it to the university and
Yeah.
somebody can help us.
We can
Belongs
wake up,
in a
apparently.
museum.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
wrong Ari character.
Well, apparently we're all going to wake up now. So,
So-
can I see the door?
As you exit, wait, sorry, you last session? Were you there with
No.
Wild Magic? It was just you.
It was the
exited.
three
of us.
The three of you.
Everyone except me.
You finally see the door, right?
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Oh no!
I have no
It's all right,
idea.
Not the note-taking pen.
I've got a pen.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll find it later.
So,
a pink pen instead.
Braddock, did you take the? Were you the who took the who swore fealty or whatever?
The chaos
Those
sword
two.
thing?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Damn straight I did.
Yeah.
And I do it again.
And
In a heartbeat.
as you exit, and Liara goes, I finally see the door, or something like that. You also kind of feel a presence beside you. Go, took you all long enough. You can also make that memory check or something, as whatever was previously there is now not there.
Yeah, 21.
You see the flash of you turn and it's not a solid image of a person because it's you seeing it in your periphery, but you do catch sight of the prismatic iridescent eyes of a familiar formless forgotten chaos lord.
Well, it's very thematically appropriate that we forgot
Yeah, exactly.
and had to remember the forgotten.
Yeah. Considering I'm currently worshipping him as a god, I still.
Now you've forgotten him.
You say when you say that, it's considering you say the thing, and suddenly beside and then beside when you turn to the mirror, it goes, "How rude of me!" The forgotten appears and says, "Right, I'm sorry. Here's the door. Please go through."
Do I see this now?
Yes, you now see.
Let's go in.
All right, we'll get
Who's
through
this
the door.
guy?
I'm like,
It's a long story.
Too complicated.
bow.
they
I'm like trying to force you to bow.
They say too complicated. I'm not even sure when in our timeline this is. I'm not sure.
You're the door guy. All right.
All right.
I get
yes.
it. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll see you in time.
I'm
And
very. I'm severely offended. I'm like,
and you all
my God.
finally get through the door. Now, as you are tumbling through this door and rousing yourself awake, You recall, I say you recall, we go back to earlier today when you had first entered the Felmore estate.
Okay, yep, okay.
Yeah. All right.
We go back to earlier today when we entered the Fillmore estate in our new robes.
Yes, which you had always been wearing this entire
Yep,
time.
yep, but we did go shopping and we'd just forgotten about it.
Yeah. Appropriate. Um,
I get very worried about the spire of that castle because it's been broken twice.
Oh, that one's
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine. It'll come off at some point. Did you want us in here?
yes. Well, you put yourselves by the door first because stuff's gonna. I have to explain stuff first.
Things and stuffs.
Stuff.
Stuff and things.
And it's earlier that day.
Yes. That evening.
Okay.
You wait your turn to be let into the Felmore estate, posing as the entourage of a Kalishite Pasha who had graciously offered to help the Mistmen sneak you in. You are among the select few dozens allowed to be present for the occasion. Nobles in resplendent attire mingle with renowned mages, their animated conversations, a blend of political intrigue and arcane theory. At the head of the Grand Hall over here, at the end of the Grand Hall's mezzanine stands Gideon Felmore, resplendent in deep red robes to contrast the rich blues of the Neverwinter-themed decor. The air is electric with anticipation, perhaps a fitting tribute to the man who is to safeguard the city's arcane secrets. Oh, I also forgot. Can you not be there because there are
Oh, okay.
the doormen?
The doorman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Before you are let in, however, two larger-than-life golden lions block your path. An attendant checks for your invitation. Where's your invitation? All right.
There's our
this
invitation.
your
That is our
invitation.
names.
Liara Brightleaf.
Here's the envelope if you need to see it.
That's fine. Liara Brightleaf.
Yeah, that's me.
Zena Silverthread.
That's me.
Braddock Barleybrook.
Uh-huh.
Lots of compound words here. Remain not lettuce.
Me.
You're clearly not a lettuce, so. You didn't give a last name.
I didn't know that's what you're called.
For the safety, as you will understand, for the safety of our esteemed guests and patrons, we require any potentially dangerous magic to be dispelled during the festivities. Nothing like what magical effects do you have ongoing on you right now?
Mage armor.
Mage armor. That's
Allowed.
defensive only.
Allowed?
Yeah.
Defensive.
I don't think I'd have any active spells. I have magic items.
What are your magic items doing?
Headband of intellect.
Allowed.
Cloak of protection. Sorry.
I have a. I got the chunk of the unicorn stone, which is my maul. I have dwarven plate.
Yeah.
I have an amulet of health.
Okay.
I have a wand of binding that I got from the guy from Monsters.
Sure.
And my scimitar of warning on my side.
Okay. If you, they just warn you, do not take your maul or your wand out.
Give like peacebound kind of, you know.
Like don't draw weapons.
Don't draw weapons. Anything active for you guys? No.
I just thought we were gonna like show off our items.
Yeah, you can show off your items.
I have the necklace of prayer beads. I have Elkrim, so the flame tongue longsword, and then my gauntlets of ogre power. But they're all just part of my attire.
I'll just say none of what I have can be used offensively.
Run me through it. Humor me.
I have Azdraka's Tooth, periaptive proof against
Yeah.
poison. I have a figurine of wondrous power, bronze griffin. Ring of spell storing with one steal and strike inside.
Just an extra.
Leave that one out.
Yeah,
leave that one off.
Don't have to tell them
With
what's
a
in there.
Spell, maybe.
Fairy dragon wand, wand of magic detection, winged boots, and cloak of many fashions.
Okay. So this is earlier in the day. The things that had happened haven't happened yet, but I have specifically written that you can go upon intuitions you already have, having played that here. You know what I mean? It's like,
I mean,
yeah.
we could have just done this part first.
It'll just feel, it'll feel like
No,
deja vu.
you're meant to.
I know.
All right. The lions The lions are like they kind of sniff at you for like your
So then
magic
we get our
stuff.
spell slots back.
No, no.
Haven't
I
That's
used it
why.
yet. I used
That's
it in the
specifically
future.
why.
you haven't yet used them.
Why am I feeling so tired?
Yeah. So this is a party. There are partying. There are people partying. I should have put them.
Puff loves a party.
Yeah. Hang on.
Partying,
Where is
yeah.
her? Where is her? Where did
Which
she?
one?
Her?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah, and we haven't met her yet.
Yeah.
But we have better.
Yeah.
Well, let's not meta game.
Oh.
Or
The
is
point
this
is that the meta game in the meta you
Yeah,
as players know her.
I was
Like-
making a pun on met her.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you see in this grand chamber, there's music, there's revelry, there are people handing out canapes and stuff like that. So the important people in this room, like obviously you're here kind of like on alert, trying to find out like what's going on. You were sent here to gather information after all. There is of course the man of the hour, Gideon Fellmore, up here. This fella in red over there. He is standing by the railing overlooking the crowd, sort of like just casually mingling. Another such guest who is speaking to some people who are also, let's just put random persons here, to signify the people over there. One such guest is Jermail Graildorn, Lord Master of Laws of Neverwinter. Do not worry about remembering names. There is. He looks to want to monopolize Gideon's attention, although obviously lots of people are talking and it's very difficult to, get a word in edgewise. Downstairs, a crowd that might rival the one around Gideon is gathered around the Lord Protector's steward, Agnew Alton, who is also just like trying, like you would think he would potentially be, the person being celebrated here just with the crowd. It's like, but obviously his position like gains him some clout amongst the partygoers. Seated on the mezzanine, not wanting to engage with the rest of the party, is the Lady Coin Master of Neverwinter, Harriet Melicroft, and she just looks absolutely bored, just like I'm done.
I'm here because I have to be.
I'm here because I have to be. Now, another figure who is of note, standing by the staircase. Imagine there's a staircase here. There are two staircases that would lead up into the thing. Just imagine. Is a young drag queen, kind of like, being the life of the party, entertaining party guests, but also, now that you realize, kind of obviously like standing in front of the staircase as if to prevent people, running distraction, like trying to stop people from going up. Can I also get you guys to make me perception checks?
Probably not.
Ooh, 22.
Oh, 18.
Very average. 18.
Okay. So
10 plus 8.
the rest of you, besides Zina, can you hand me Illyria? Realize that for a moment, at the side, you see a woman kind of like peer into the room to watch the festivities, but doesn't look like she's here to stay. She's just observing for a while. You recognize this as Priestess Illyria.
Oh, hey, I've seen her.
Can I just clarify our time travel, our time slip experience?
Yes.
I know this is earlier in the day,
Yes.
but do we remember the things that have happened to us?
You do not. In
Because
character,
they haven't happened yet in
Yes.
character?
In character, you don't remember.
Yeah.
But obviously, the point is
Yeah.
out of character. It's like, oh, these people, like
Yeah.
you already have the sinking suspicion they're a bad guy or something like
Yeah,
that.
but we don't, we haven't learned
Yes.
the stuff that he said about
Yes.
Gideon.
No, no.
Yeah, I just need
But
to
I've
clarify
seen-
because I
but
got
I've
it.
seen Illyria before, obviously.
Yeah.
And we've spotted these people.
Yeah.
Lastly, the rest of you, because you rolled 18 and higher, every so often, a lone mage would catch your attention for no reason other than a familiar feeling. Any attempts to make eye contact would prove fruitless, but then sometimes you catch a glimpse of shiny eyes. Shiny
Right.
prismatic eyes.
Oh, yeah.
So we've caught a glimpse of Illyria.
Yeah.
have we caught a glimpse of the professor?
Not here.
Not here. Okay.
I mean, between
Even though
the
we
two of
haven't
them,
actually.
He's
One
probably
of
been in
them.
there for a
we haven't
while.
met him.
one of
Right,
them was
okay.
bound, the other wasn't.
Okay.
So, this is at the point I'm going to go around the table and ask each of you, what are you doing? What are you doing trying? Because you're here to gain information. Remember, this is what you're here for at the party. You can do one thing each. Do you want to start, Donna? Or do you
Yeah. Does anybody look like a magic user?
A lot of people. look like
Okay, Zena will go up to somebody who, really anybody who, someone just she thinks might have the same kind of magic interest as of her. If there's anybody like her height or you know,
Sure, yeah,
whoever's
that's
going to be
probably-
like the most
yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of familiar, and engage in small talk, like just generally like this is a really interesting party. When did they get here? How's the food been? Blah 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 blah. Like just a bit of small talk for a while. Like just sneaking into like gossip. So she might like drop a few gossipy things about some people she's heard. In that way that you do, where you drop some gossip and you hope somebody reciprocates.
Yeah.
Like
What? So you're trying. What are you trying to learn specifically?
she's not sure. I mean,
Okay.
she's fishing for information
Okay.
and fishing for a bit of gossip from somebody else. Oh, like maybe maybe part of what she'll try to fish for is like what Gideon, like what rumors are there about what he will do when he becomes
Yeah.
Arcane Protector.
Yeah.
I think that was his title. Yeah.
Make me your. Would you want a persuasion, a insight, or?
Oh, insight. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That
Let's go to
one.
the
That one's
insight.
at least I'm good at that.
Yeah.
19.
19. So you make small talk with other wizards, another, let's say a halfling wizard, and they say, "Oh, I'm quite happy with this. Gideon, the Thelmore family has been, known to be very." Well studied, like well respected in the arcane arts. If anyone would do it, it would be Gideon. I have no concerns about him getting the title whatsoever. Don't listen to any of those rumors about strange things that happened about a year or so ago.
Okay, like those things. Well, I heard a couple of those things, but like I heard that he did, and she'll like make up something.
What do you make up?
Oh God, I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. Never mind. It's okay.
I heard.
It's okay. You don't have to. If you don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Alright.
She'll make something up.
Look.
He dyed his hair a weird color.
No, you know how some gossips are. There was something to do with his excavations around, like the Lord Never Ember had tasked him to look into some of the ruined parts of the city after the eruption of Mount. What do they call it? Hot or not?
Mount Hot No.
Now.
wow.
But it's baseless rumors. Someone said he had hurt his head, and look, he's better than ever now. Like he had injured himself or something and was out of commission for a while. But
Okay.
it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, good.
Thank you. Yara, what do you do?
I mean, I think if I saw Illyria, I think that's kind of the major kind of lead that I would have.
Hey.
Like, hey, like I've seen you before, and I'm trying to find connections between these things that have happened and this. So I think she'll kind of sneak off in that direction and try to spot her and see if she's still peeking around.
You go try and find Illyria, but she seems to have, like, you spot her, and by the time you get to where she was, she's no longer there. But can you make me a perception check, please?
Okay, 16.
16. Now that you're on the fringes, and you're like, okay, she's not here, where could she be? What was she looking at? You see that someone has been, like, as everyone is mingling, there's another sort of, like, nondescript figure who is trying to just like walk around, and you see they've been stopping by all the pillars where there are the banners of Neverwinter and what have you, and you think for a moment you spot them with a little wand, enchanting a symbol on top of the pillar.
Interesting. Can I get to a spot where I can see kind of what that symbol is?
Sure. You can see that, like, they're on all of the pillars. They are very easy to notice. On the very top, there is a stone that is, like, there is a. It looks like an emblem, it looks like set into the emblem, one of the snowflakes. There is a stone, and they're meant to be not really noticeable. But the one that had been magicked is now a strange, a more purplish hue to the blues of the other ones. Roll me a d4.
Cool.
3.
That is 1, 2, 3. That one. Okay. Thank you. Was there anything else?
No, someone's doing some magic decorating.
Yeah. So this is totally unrelated to what just happened, but I think Braddock's, he's not a talker. He's not going to be mingling and chatting.
Yeah.
Is there a way I could surreptitiously cast Detect Magic and basically just walk around the perimeter and see if anything pings?
Okay. Do you try and how do you try and do this sneakily?
So I have the Wand of Magic Detection, so it's just my usual arcane focus that I use, but
Okay.
I mean, not to kind of call back, but someone was like going around and surreptitiously casting whatever they were casting.
Yeah.
It's a fairly raucous, party. People are going to and fro. So I wouldn't hide it necessarily, but I would just kind of casually just expend the charge and do it.
Okay. I will get back to you in a second. I will get back to you in a second.
Okay, so you've gone to a random, you've gone hunting for Lyria. You're wandering around all the way up to the mezzanine.
Yeah.
It's kind of blocked.
Yeah. Well, they're just people. You can muscle your way.
I could. Well, one of the people that is blocking it is our drag queen friend. So I think she's currently entertaining or doing her thing. Well, I'll kind of go join that group and kind of listen in and watch and.
Make me a insight or perception check, either or.
Oh my god, a decent roll. 24.
Yeah. You approach and she sees like she's making small talk and there's a recognition on her face and she goes, "Hi, I've not seen you around these parts before. Are you a guest of Lord Felmore, Lord Agnew, Lord, various."
Technically, do we know who invited us that
Some
we are the
Asha
guests
that
of?
we're
you are here as retinue of Kalishite Pasha.
Okay. Right, well, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm Romain, I've not met you. Your name?
Tommy Turgey, lovely to meet you. When she sees you, she pays special attention to you, and she literally body blocks you from going further. Like the others, she doesn't care so much about anymore, and she's like, "A pleasure."
I mentioned the retinue of a page, whatever we had used as our cover story.
And even without pointing them, like she looks at where your friends are. You know what I mean? You didn't even have to point them out. Like she instinctively.
So he came in with.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I didn't know we were well known in these.
Oh, whatever you're talking about, she says, playing dumb.
What? How have we come to be of notice?
I have no idea what you mean, sweetheart. Have a drink. Have another. It seems like you've already had some.
I don't drink.
Oh. How boring, she says. What do you want to get out of this conversation?
Right now I was expecting her to just see more people come up, not realizing she would beeline for me. So
yeah, she's body blocking.
I wasn't going for this. I was more like standing at the back.
Yeah.
So she's beeline to me. I'm like, okay, so if she seems so interested, I'm like, well, I'm not from, this is my normal scene, could you seem to know more of the people here, the group there obviously in the middle is, do you say Lord Agnew?
Yeah,
I'm like, tell me of the power, like who's the real yeah, obviously Gideon, this is
Yep.
his thing, but like, in your opinion, Tommy,
Oh, well.
you think, what's
Oh,
the goss?
thank you for saying her opinion.
What is the
Your
goss?
opinion.
So I didn't have to refer to my dramatis personae. She goes, "Oh, Gideon, of course, Gideon.
Of course,
Daddy tells me great things about him." She says.
Daddy? I was like,
And,
oh.
like, she-
I'm like, oh, is he here? I just kind of, absentmindedly look around. Wait, I don't know this yet.
No,
do
no,
I?
no,
Don't-
keep, no, go.
Okay,
Go.
all right.
It's fine. Go.
Okay.
That's the point.
So, and at this point, I'm like, let's play until I offer the arm,
Yeah.
to like trying to walk her around the area so she can inform me of the different groups and, who she thinks is in no power struggles, what's going on.
Sure.
So I want all her goss. And I'll take her around.
Yeah, you start taking her around, and she goes, as you're walking around, and as we're going to resolve this now, as you are going through, she goes, she starts, she does a little bit of telling you about so-and-so, and then she stops for a moment and goes, "Oh, never mind, Daddy says it's your time now." And she shoves you, although she probably doesn't actually do anything. You're a monk, right?
Yeah.
And as you try and cast detect magic, the lion's eyes kind of like, they both turn to you and they roar, and this would initiate combat.
Oh, no.
But now it's time for the break. So let's roll initiative and get back when we get back.
Okay. Roll an initiative.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ones. 11.
Yeah, double ones.
I'm gonna call them double ones.
Yeah, double ones. Because, oh my God.
Go to break. When we come back, combat.
That guy got to cast stuff. Then you-
Yeah.
bad guy.
Yeah. And we're back. So, as you cast your detect magic, you suddenly hear a crackling of magical energy, and the two lions that stood, and this is at the same time you get shoved
I'm like,
by.
I'm trying to still hold on to it. Just like, oh.
As the two lions who are at the door turn their attention towards y'all's.
Wasn't
Oh
me.
no! Can someone fish that out for me while I describe the scene?
Yep.
You see the lions who also had like symbols of never, like the emblem of the snowflake emblem of Neverwinter on their chest. You see that one of them, like one of the snowflakes, has also. It looks kind of cracked, and it also looks like there's a strange, like, purple glow about it as well. As they turn towards you guys, like specifically, they turn towards you, but the other ones, like, they just seem to eye your party. There are only two of them, but just pretend they're looking at you guys as if to, as if seeking you out specifically. You also, it also becomes obvious to you that these three pillars here with their symbols up on top, the emblems, start to glow blue. And I will let your detect magic go off just, for you to sort of like figure out what's going on here while getting into combat. That also means you use a spell slot. So,
No, I cast it from my wand of magic detection.
darn it. All right.
No resources.
Abjuration.
Yeah.
Abjuration from all of those. However, that last one over there, there is something strange about that one. It does not have abjuration, but it is tainted with enchantment and somewhat of illusion magic as well. And you think that there is a similar sort of like enchantment magic vaguely coming from the lions as well.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty.
Something to ponder.
Yeah. So the crowd starts to panic as like the guard lions have been activated. A bunch of people turn to you like, "What have you done?"
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me, as you hold your wand aloft.
Very obvious.
So the lions. So just to give you a reason to fight, the lions roar and they sort of like, it looks like they're not that controlled. You know what I mean? Like they were perfectly well-behaved guards at first, but now you see like the doorman handler as well as like thrown back as one of them roars, and one of them, I'm just gonna say for thematic reasons, pounces in front of Romaine like that as the other like goes here to just like roar in the direction of you two. As they charge through, they knock people down. There is very much the likelihood that someone will get hurt in all of this. Liara, you are up first.
Good kitty, good kitty. She's going
Not
to
good kitty.
make her way through. She's got 35 feet of movement. I think that about 30 gets her there. And slide to a stop in front of the lion and take the maul off her back and be like,
The one that you were specifically told not to.
yeah, told not to.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think.
Well, they were the ones who were going to stop you if you did that.
I think
but-
it's time.
yeah.
So she will, as a bonus action, cast Spirit Shroud and do an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
Alrighty. What level is Spirit Shroud?
3.
Counterspell.
Oh.
You see that this pillar here, the thing glows. Counterspell.
All right.
I know exactly what's going on here.
Old-fashioned ass whoop, and then she will take a first swing. That is a 24 to hit.
24 does hit, damn.
So firstly, that is 13 bludgeoning damage, and she now has improved Divine Smite because she leveled up, so she gets to add 1d8 damage anyway.
13 you said?
13
Yeah.
plus 4 radiant damage.
Okay.
She was going to have 2d8 radiant damage. No, she doesn't get. So she has one more attack against that.
Yeah.
That is a 25 to hit.
25 does hit.
Oh, sorry, 23 to hit, sorry.
23 still hits, yeah.
And, ooh, almost max damage. 16 bludgeoning
Okay.
and 7 radiant.
7 radiant. Alrighty.
And she's just going to try and impose herself between the lion and anyone else that it might be trying to attack nearby, because she knows she's got the 2 wizards nearby. That's her turn.
Cool. Thank you very much. Zina, you're up.
So as a wizard, Xena would see that a spell was attempted to be cast and a glint. A glint. All right.
So you see that this one, the blue, the blue energy, shoot, zapped, and it is now no longer lit.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Xena is going to cast Firebolt at the lion.
Okay. I think my directions were counterspell all things. Your firebolt has been counterspelled.
Yeah, sure,
by
okay.
This wait, you were here?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you are just within. That one also counterspells you.
All right. Puff will go try to scratch the lion's eyes and then kind of move over this
Go
side
for the eyes.
of it.
Glitter in the eye.
Sorry, I've got to get the right page. It's not the right page. Oh, a 19 and a 4 is a 23 to hit.
23 does hit, yes.
All right. Oh, look at that. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our turn. Oh, no, and Xena will move back. Back. She's under there. I can see her.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they have 10. They have reach. Do you want to not have moved?
Yeah, no, she would. If she can see that,
They're
would
big.
have known that. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
They do have reach.
No, I mean she would. She only thought she could get out of the way.
All good. Thank you very
I'll
much.
just move Puff back where I put her, because if somebody blinds her, I wonder where she is.
Braddock, what's your plan?
Seeing the counter spells flying around,
Yeah.
Braddock is going to quietly panic
Yeah.
and then kind of pat his pockets and go, aha. He is going to pull from his pockets a bronze statuette of a griffin.
Do we have a griffin?
I'm going to spring this on you. Give me anything. I don't care.
Do we have something large here?
I don't. There's probably something in that spell
Sorry,
effects
Gramps'
box.
griffin
Yeah,
is
yeah.
up in Sydney at the moment.
Yeah.
This is.
It's either that or there's some kind of horse thing.
Yeah,
that'll-
There's a horse.
The spiritual.
Would you prefer?
What do you? What's more griffin-like to you?
Would you prefer the horse?
Well, it's a bronze griffin. Let's go with the yellow token.
Okay. Where do you place it where you want?
Okay, so I'm going to shout Maleda, which is the command word. I've used my action to do so.
Yep.
I'm just going to command it to
Be
go
right
right
there.
and
Yep.
attack the lion that's next to Liara.
Already been hit. Yeah. Go right
So
ahead.
can we assume it just goes like after my turn?
Yeah, yeah. Right after your turn.
So we're going to do a couple of attacks. One with the beak, one with the claws.
Yep.
+6 to hit, natural 20, and a 19.
Very nice.
All right. So we'll do the beak first.
If you
1d8.
could total it for me, because I'm very bad at math.
Yeah, of course, of course. So 8 piercing with the beak, and then 2d6.
Now,
Crit.
I have a question. Actually, I'm so sorry. This is considered magical damage?
Well, don't think so. The griffin is mechanically is a
magical.
beast, but it's a figurine of wondrous power. So I'm gonna double check.
I am so sorry.
Think so?
They take
Probably
no
not.
damage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll the crit damage anyway,
Yeah.
because it's fun. Oh my god! I got 3 sixes and a 4. Good lord.
This is why I told you before you rolled to spare you from this pain.
18, 22, 26 of nothing. And
Thematically, the griffin strikes at them, and I'm just gonna say for the sake of seeing it go through, the stone their skin starts to repair himself in sort of like a metallic sort of gleam.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's something I didn't know before, and now I know. This was valuable information.
Yes.
And I will shamefully end my turn.
All right, remain.
Okay.
Come on, non-magic man.
Cool. So I pull my longsword out. As a bonus action, I will activate its flames.
She's disappeared.
Oh, okay, cool.
Who was that?
Tommy.
Oh,
Tommy,
yeah, fair.
now, quick one.
Yes.
A quick glance up to the mezzanine.
Mm.
Does anyone up there look like they're about to join this fight,
No.
or they just
No.
okay?
You see, there are people who are like, holding the council members back, like, no, protect them or something like that, right?
Right. Okay, so I will take the attack action against the one that's next to me.
Yep.
Where I will crit.
It happened!
Did it.
Sorry
Yay!
for peeking the mic.
Sorry. Yay for. Okay,
I
so
need to roll outside the box.
Yeah,
That was
apparently-
No, but he's rolled ones outside.
yeah,
the...
true.
Yeah.
Okay, so. No, that's not great damage. Hang on, there's a lot more still to come if I can actually remember. So this is magical damage.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we have 8 slashing.
Yeah.
We have 14 fire.
Okay.
I then am going to expend a sonic strike to do 12 force
Okay.
and force it to do a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. This is not a magical effect, I assume.
No, it's just the sonic energy from
Yep.
my strike.
Cool. 15. It has. Oh wait, why did I roll? Sorry, I rolled that again. It was not an advantage. What did you say?
Strength and it's DC 14.
I'm so sorry. You rolled 20.
Oh, that's fine. Well, second attack. That is a 15 plus 8. So, mass, please, someone in the Twitch
23.
stream.
Oh, sorry,
23,
23.
thank you.
In the Twitch stream.
Someone,
Yell out.
someone,
know what
ether.
that is.
yeah,
Sorry, I was
someone
thinking
from
about
the,
spells.
Someone from the ether, please give me the mass. For this second hit, we are doing 8 magical slashing, plus 6 fire, plus 3 force, and another strength saving throw, please.
Okay. That's a fail.
He is knocked prone.
Knocked prone.
If only I had
I'm short.
more attacks.
If only.
If only.
All right.
If only the promise had have come through.
Yes, well,
It
oh
will.
well.
It will.
It will at some point.
Okay.
And yep, that is my. Well, actually, you know what? Let's.
Action surge.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Because otherwise, this is probably the
He's
only
down,
time.
yeah.
The only time he's gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll with advantage here. Action surge. We will do all of this again. That is terrible on advantage. Does a 13 hit?
I'm sorry that.
I will lucky.
Oh, you are lucky.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes, a 24 does hit.
We thank you everyone for reminding me of all the things I have. We are going to do 10 damage, which is the slashing. We are doing plus 8 fire, plus another 6 force.
Sorry, was
24.
24. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. And then attack number 2. 24 again. 4, 9, slashing plus 2 fire, so we're at 11. Plus finally 10 damage, which is 4, so a total of 21.
Okay.
If slashing,
Yep.
fire, and
Yeah,
force is all.
Yep. All good.
Good.
Those are all acceptable damage types.
They're all accepted damage types, and I will just, you know what, I'll just remain there. That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
both
End
remain
turn.
Remain.
There.
Right, remain.
Okay. Thank you, Remain. All right, so this one expends half their movement to get up. Having seen you do that, it looks at you, and can you make me? Oh, you're the worst person to do this to, but I already started it. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please. The actual high whiz one. One, double one, but
Yeah, double 1. So that's a
for me.
15.
you fail.
I failed.
Save.
Plus
Do we
another
need
3.
to wait? No,
No,
we're waiting.
From
The one
What's-
that's not close.
Are you going to
Fortune
use
of the
your?
many.
Yeah. Well, what's
Fortune the many allows me to add up to plus 3 for the number of allies I can see, which I can see all my allies.
Yeah.
So,
So what's the total?
that will make it a 18.
18. You succeed.
Ah,
You feel yourself start to slow down, but you see your friends and just like push through it and like, no, I can do this.
I
Friendship.
can't embarrass myself.
and
like
with
this.
that, I know exactly what they are.
Oh, yes.
This one will go for you.
Yep.
Because you're the one who actually wailed on it.
Yep.
It makes 2 attacks against you. That is, does an 18 hit you?
No.
No. But a 25 will, I'm assuming. That is...
Even if I shielded, it would.
all right, that is... 20... 30 points of damage.
Ow. Mad kid.
And yeah. Now I roll some dice. That's
how
a
this
6.
game is played.
Only
That's a-
now do you roll dice.
All right. This one begins to glow again.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Back to the top of the round, Liara.
Me. All right, fantastic. All right. Ow, she's just been bit quite heavily by that. She will.
You got cat bat.
Cat
Like-
bat. She will take another couple of swings at the one in front of her. First one, 22 to hit.
Hits.
And that is 13 bludgeoning, 7 radiant, and she'll use a 3rd level smite to add another, good damage, 20 radiant
Nice.
on top of that. Second attack, that one's only a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
And overbalances a little and kind of staggers on that second one.
Okay.
I think that she doesn't really have any other useful bonus actions, so I think that is her turn.
Cool. Zina.
Zina's going to cast Firebolt again to
Well,
get counterspelled.
yeah.
She's just going to try to turn these things off.
Yeah.
Phew. That damage from Puff before wouldn't have done anything because Puff's like an elemental, so it's not magical damage from her little claws, which was only 6 to minus.
Oh,
But Puff
I've
will-
already lost it
No,
in
no,
the...
But what I mean is that Puff's just going to kind of stay where she is. I mean, look, actually, Puff will have a go at it again because
Does Puff want to, like, hold to give a help action to the next person who attacks? To give advantage, like, just, like, be in their face annoying. to-
yeah, she can do that. She'll
Yeah.
do that. Yeah,
Like, it doesn't hurt them, but, like,
Yeah.
phew, glitter. Phew, ah.
yeah, yeah. So she will definitely be around being
Yeah.
annoying. Okay, yeah, we'll do it that way.
Thank you, Zina. Radek.
All right. So Brannick's observed the columns for a couple of rounds now.
Lions, excuse you.
I would like to avoid getting counterspelled. Has my character figured out what I'm too stupid to get? To like,
So-
what's the trick here?
All right. So these pillars, all the pillars except for perhaps that one, because it seems to be glitching out, are casting counterspell.
Alright.
I'm going to give you for free. Make an Arcana.
Yeah. All right. 27.
You see that they're kind of like let's just say you see the hints of the weave arc forward, and they seem to kind of like they don't seem to go as far. I'm going to let you know they have a limited range of 30 feet.
Ooh, all right. And those two have been expended.
Those two
so
have been expended.
On the
pretty
other side, so
Yeah.
I feel pretty safe. All right. So I'm gonna kind of touch my ring of spell storing,
Yeah. Still win.
Good on ya.
and I'm gonna
The
say
anime moment of.
the ring starts to glow, and I
Yeah.
say, "Forgive me, master. I must go all out." Just, I'm gonna activate my wing boots.
Yeah.
Fly to within. Well, actually, if I go within 30 feet of this lion, I'm gonna be just outside the column's range.
If you.
I just
well,
want to
yeah,
get
the-
both of them.
Yeah. You can be somewhere. Where do you? Where? Like, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes until here.
Yeah. So
And
that's
like
as
here,
long as
let's
I'm.
just say here
yeah.
or something.
As long as I'm within 30 feet of that line, I can
Yeah.
get both.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
what-
Let's just put
Alright.
you over there.
I think you were already within 30.
Yeah. So,
You probably were, but
all right. First line, Steel Wind Strike. Has it been helped? Is that what's going to?
Yes.
Help on this
Yes.
one.
help on that one.
All right. I'm going to
Yes,
use that help
in help.
and try and crit if I can.
Crit fish.
Ah,
No.
That is,
it's not very good. And I don't have the lucky feet.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
have any of this or that. So no, that's a
Filler, but I just want to. How high are you?
Oh, there's a. Hang on. Do you want this?
yeah. I'll be 15 feet up.
Noted.
So that's only a 13 to hit. That's a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So on the second one with a +9, there we go.
only you're a champion.
When I was 28 to hit.
28 hits.
For my 6d10s. 45 force damage.
To that one.
To the one
To
I
this
was
one.
fighting.
The closer one.
All right. 45. You said.
Yes.
Looking bad, but still up.
All right. And I'm just going to check something real quick.
Yeah.
Can I command my griffin still?
Yes.
It obeys my spoken commands.
Yes.
I'm going to tell it to try and shove the one that I just hit.
Okay. Is this a contest? Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets to do his little athletics check with a +4. Is 8. Yeah.
That is 18.
Okay. Feebly, just like.
Make it more dramatic. Like there's this big, when they rear up and just
Yeah,
like,
they
like
tussle
smack
and
to each other.
Griffin versus lion. Anyway, that's enough of my turn.
All right. Thank you, Braddock. Remain.
All right.
Looking bad.
Yes, well, we're just going to continue doing the same old to the one that I'm fighting. That is, we're going to use the last lucky feat, because that is... Okay, 18 to hit.
18 does just hits. Yeah.
We are doing 14 points of slashing damage, plus 3 fire, so it's 7, plus another 4 force. So, 21? Did
I wasn't paying
would you say
attention. Sorry, I was thinking
I
about
wasn't
spells.
listening.
14 plus 3 plus another 4.
21.
Yes.
Yeah, 21.
Okay. Still up.
With a strength saving throw to knock prone, please.
That is a 11.
He's prone.
Yeah.
Oh, +6 to this.
Just got up.
All right.
Just keep shoving.
So
Nice, yep.
24
Yep.
To hit. We are doing 7 points of slashing plus 6 fire
I'm
is
counting.
13 plus another 10 force is 23. For that's the 2 attacks. Then I will bonus action flurry of blows.
Nice.
We are going to do that was 23 to hit. Unarmed strike is D6 plus 4. Yay! 10 points of well, I guess this is is it magical or is that?
What level monk are you?
I'm only level 3.
I
Yeah.
don't think it is.
No, I think you gotta be 6 or something.
Yeah, I think it's like
Key,
5.
it's too weak.
Yeah, so I realised this and I'm like, that's
ugh.
pointless.
Break all the bones in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, he
so
did go,
sorry.
oh no.
I'll tell you something after.
Well, there's no point in me doing the other attack then. That's fine. I will end turn.
Cool. Their turn. Half movement to get up. Can someone thank you? It didn't like that. Does it get
Oh,
its slow
really?
back? It does get the slow back, but at this point in time, do I want to do that? I don't think so. I think he's just going to make 2 slam attacks against you. Cool. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
All right, so both will hit. That is... so the first one is 24 for the first one.
Okay, so before you roll the second one,
Yeah.
I will like to use my reaction to telekinetically reprise. So it is a strength saving throw DC 16.
18.
Okay, so he doesn't get pushed away, but he does take half damage. So he takes 2 points of force.
Force. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Maybe it helps.
Yep.
It's just more if he'd been pushed away, he wouldn't have been able to do the second
Yeah.
attack on me. That's
So that
the
is
first.
20 points of damage on the second attack.
So 44 in total.
Cool. Other one. Actually, do I want to be mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dispel magic on your boots
What? Okay.
for 5 points of falling damage.
Yeah.
And you are prone on the ground.
Wait. Who did the dispel magic come from?
The lion.
Can I counter spell it?
Actually, yeah, you can. Sorry. Yeah, you can. Rewind. Okay.
I will-
Timey-wimey.
Okay. I will attempt to counterspell the dispel magic. At 30.
Oh, right. Roll, please. Oh, right.
Okay. No, it's an 8.
Oh no.
Take the however many points of damage I said.
5.
5 points of fall damage.
My pancreas.
And check. And at the end of that, I will roll to see if these get their things back. That does not, so this is still pinged. And this one, nope, they are both uncharged. Liara, come on.
All right.
This one is so bad.
All right. Let's see. Another swing 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Try and finish off this lion. Now I can re-roll these two because of my great
Great
fighting. I remember how to do it now. That is 13 bludgeoning and 2 radiant. I'll do another 3rd level smite. That is on top of that another 17 radiant. Second hit, Ria's back with a big spin. That's a nat 20, baby.
Nice.
Hey!
Where all the luck is going.
Yeah.
Crit smite.
Crit
Yeah.
smite,
Yeah.
crit
Unfortunately,
smite.
I don't have any 3rd levels left, but I'll spend a 2nd level on it. All right. Ooh, good
Ooh,
damage.
nice.
11 and so 25 bludgeoning.
Oh, very nice.
The radiant is 11 on that one. And then I got to add one more to this with the smite.
Good lord.
That is 12, 19, 26 radiant.
So that's an additional 26 on top of the
26
other
on top of that, yeah.
All right. Hang on. Smith. Ooh, that one's also looking very bad. You guys can end this if
I don't
you can
think I
get
have
them.
anything else to
Yeah.
spend on it. I think that's my turn.
Zina, you know that this is the only one that can counter
Yeah,
spell.
yeah, and she's far enough away,
Yeah.
and she can see
Yeah.
Remain, so she'll do the thing she was going to do, and cast haste for
You are
you.
just outside.
Yeah, yeah, I was counting. I was doing it. I was also
Haste.
counting the likelihood of Steel Wind Strike or Remain's attack
Yeah.
actions, and I think the on balance Remain
Yeah.
can be hasted,
Yeah.
and Puff will continue to be annoying.
Yes.
Around this
so
one.
Advantage on that one. Next one. Braddock.
All right. I have a mechanics question for you.
Yes.
Braddock will painfully stand back up, kind of work the kink in his shoulder a little bit. If I was to do magic missile, would I get the like stupidly crazy evoker version of it, where it's like 1 + 1d4 + 5 times the number of darts?
Why wouldn't you?
Because sometimes DMs rule it differently. I just wanted to get it ahead of time. Cool. I will. In that case.
What's that?
Why +5?
So I get-
your,
I add my
intelligence
intelligence,
bonus to
yeah.
it as a powerful key.
Because it's per number of darts. So let's do a 6th level spell, my first one, for a total of 8 darts. How are they
boy.
looking, by the way? How should I
I
portion
think they're
this?
both pretty bad.
They're both.
Both
This
pretty
one
bad.
is so bad. This one's also bad.
I'm going to do 6 and 2.
2. All right.
All right, let's roll a
Come
d4.
on. Full.
So anticlimactic. It's just like, boop, 4.
No way. Just like describe how like you've just been slammed, like magically slammed down to the ground. Describe what goes on here.
Okay. Bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm going to once again transform my cloak of many passions, taking on the golden robe of the Archmagi flavor. As that happens, 6 golden missiles appear in the air, and then 2 kind of like smaller ones appear, and then it's just like, and they just get like pummeled to death.
Cool. They get pummeled to death, and the magic jewel, the gems in them crack, and they fall with a tink, tink, tink to be small figurines of lions.
Very nice.
No sooner do you land the felling blow on the lion, a powerful blast of energy pulses from the remaining crests as well as the one on them. That violet crackling magic pulses through. The other crests explode in an overcharge of arcane energy with a bright flash and a pain beyond compare sears into your head. You do not even have a moment to let out so much of a scream as your vision goes black. A mirror greets you as you regain your vision.
Yeah.
That's what you...
Of course. I was wondering how that was going to wrap up, and then I'm like, oh no, I know how this is going to wrap up.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what happened. You know, that all comes running back to you as you're kind of floating through this mirror back into reality. The once vibrant celebration. Let's take everything out. If you can knock all the people down, just like.
Oh no.
Anyway, just whatever. The once vibrant celebration now lies in eerie stillness. Lies in eerie stillness as, ignore that, transformed into surreal tableau by the arcane ritual. The grand foyer, once abuzz with lively chatter, now glows a haunting, soft luminescence as an otherworldly light bathes the room. All the attendants are caught in a dreamlike trance. Some are sprawled on the marble floor, their elegant attire in disarray, while others stand rigid and unmoving, their eyes glazed. The music has faded into an unsettling silence, and the atmosphere is thick with a palpable sense of disquiet. This is the scene that greets you guys as you regain your senses. As you're waking up, you're looking around. A hand goes over your mouth, and you hear shh as a kobold, a hooded kobold, puts their finger to their lips. The figure, a kobold, you realize, is hunched beside you, making themselves as small as possible. Slowly, it points towards the mezzanine and points your attention to where the members of the council once stood. Movement catches your eye. Gideon walks around the room as if bored, with a mind flayer 2 steps behind him, circling the council members. Its tentacles begin to wrapping around the council member's head, probing. Doesn't look like they're eating the brains quite yet, but it's like
be the next
probing and like doing something, messing with their head in some way. You turn back to the kobold, but they have vanished out of sight, leaving you to think of your next move before Gideon's plans are beyond stopping. Well, while this, because we are pressed for time, I will go asking you guys around the table, what do you want to do to, like, what do you do here? You see that, time is of the essence. There is now a mind flayer kind of like.
So, quickly observing this, if the mind flayer was to say, be taken out of this action,
Yes.
do we think us as a group could at least overpower Gideon enough to
Maybe.
to like to hold him down and make him pay for his crimes?
Perhaps.
Oh, forgotten one, beseech me your aid. Planet ally.
Oh my god!
But almost like a reverse planet ally, as in like a take this creature back.
Yeah. Does Planar Ally have a role associated with it?
Well, you're meant to basically you beseech
Barter
a
a
god
cost.
or
Sure.
being.
What are you bartering?
Well, I'm yeah, look, it's whatever we need to at this point.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Like the Forgotten's been here, like
You-
effectively helping.
Yeah.
I'm just being his agent
Yeah.
in channeling his energy
All right.
to remove the mind flayer.
You ask to remove the mind flayer, and suddenly, the Gideon is watching as the mind flayer goes, at a person.
So good.
Got one, do your timey-wimey stuff. Let's
And
time shift this.
like you see it before Gideon does. Stood behind the Mind Flayer, the Forgotten stands there and goes, "I guess I do kind of owe you. I don't quite know what's going on." Oh, right. Grabs the Mind Flayer and just like disappears. For a moment, Gideon's eyes meet the Forgotten. He goes, "You!" As he
They know
points.
each other?
The you that roars out from his mouth is very, almost inhuman. Just like it reverberates around the room. As the he disappears and like he looks towards you guys who are like kind of sprawled on the floor, but like inching to move away. As the truth comes to light, Gideon's eyes gleam with malice, and his voice shifts to a deeper, resonant timbre, which echoes throughout the chamber. Despite retaining his form, it's as if the whole might of something ancient and powerful bears down on the mezzanine here. "You believe you could outwit me?" he snarls, his human facade crackling and scales beginning to emerge from beneath. "You dare! You think yourselves heroes, but your pitiful meddling has only delayed the inevitable!" And wings unfurl from behind his back, and the whole back wall just like blows up as he does that hulking out thing, and an ancient deep dragon, but the force of an ancient deep dragon appears, and he says, "Chase me if you dare, but know this. Whatever it be, a single hero or an army, I shall smite any in my way. Neverwinter will be mine!" And he slams down, and the whole foyer begins to like shake and rumble. You figure you have to get everyone out of here immediately. You cannot chase him right at this moment. He flees. You guys, I would like one skill check from all of you just to try and get everyone out as soon as possible. Romain, what do you do?
Oh shit. Well, we're trying to get the
Save people, yeah.
Are they willing?
Yes.
Well, each their own. Next one, Windwalk. Me and 9 others.
All right, go.
I will.
Radek.
I'll pick someone who is small-sized and Dimension Door.
Nice.
Nice. Athletics check. I'll just grab
Go
as
ahead.
many people
Grab
as I
as many
can.
people as possible.
16.
16. You just like,
Come on, come on.
Let's go.
You too. You too.
And Zena,
Let's go.
Run!
Ron, just like make me a
Acrobatics.
acrobatics check.
8.
8. You stumble and you let other people go, "Shit, we don't want to be that," and just like they move. You guys rescue as many people as you can as the foyer just like collapses, with Velmok gone, and you save the remaining council members. You know this is definitely something to report back to the Mistbin.
Yes!
Yes! And, well, that solves the mystery, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we know who Dragon Daddy is now.
Yeah, that is.
I have a question for you, Joel. Romain, in playing Broken Stronghold, had a vision right at the end of a scaled presence growling in the dark.
That's right. I did.
Well.
Was it now a familiar?
Yeah, now, well, can the Mistbin take down Velmok? We'll see in the next 2 sessions because the finale is a two-parter.
Two-part finale.
Twofer.
Not next week, but the
Not
week
next
after.
week, the week out. Yeah. Next week we can talk all about this nonsense. Thank you guys for joining us. That was a very good. I didn't feel that rushed, but yeah, just like that was a nice clutch move.
That was really good.
Thank
but
you,
yeah,
Stephen, for that magic card and then the last
for
minute.
now, thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.